messaged her a whole thing where I'm like, I don't trust him because of this, because of this.
Yeah.
He was just a little too clean.
Too clean?
No, I don't think he was, though.
Can you show me the other bags there?
That
You
was
guys aren't using?
the opposite of the problem.
Do you think he was like an aristocrat and he thought we were...
Could you hand him that bag?
Thank you. I'm trying to... I've texted you so many times.
So where's legs?
Where's what?
Legs.
Legs?
Does he not play anymore?
Who is Legs?
The little bard guy.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened to him. He's around. And I just, I don't know. Todd is his name.
Yeah.
So he's in the Humblewood game.
Oh,
I
okay.
think. But,
Yeah, he's the crazy chicken guy.
yes. Yes.
Whose are these?
Those would be belonging to probably ones that she could use if she wants. But if
Oh,
you
wait.
have the ones that you...
Are they? Oh, here's my spider. Yeah.
Yeah, and the lions on the other side too.
But what? I don't know if this is mine. Oh, it is Druid. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to use them. You can just have,
That's a
whichever
bard.
ones you have.
Hey, looking through it, I think you're good to go.
Okay, copy, thanks. Can you get the door behind you when you go? Oh, that's alright, we'll get it. Alright guys, welcome back to our monthly midweek adventure here at the War Room. DM Arcticfox as always, and so starting off the game, trying to think about like what kind of pieces of advice I can give you, and just stressing that whenever you guys are going into a game, just think about how you can be a team player, and how you can help the GM help you. Oftentimes, a lot of people, especially new to the game, or kind of even people that aren't, tend to fight the DM. They'll use characters that aren't very friendly in groups. So my recommendation to you is to focus more on figuring out why your character would be there, and why your character would be a part of the group, as opposed to why you wouldn't be. So a lot of people are like, well, that's like almost leaving it up to DMs. Yeah, having done this for 30 years, I've seen it so many times. I would recommend taking a different approach and saying that, see how you can be a team player and be like, okay, I want to be a part of this team, and this is why I'm here. I want to be a part of this adventure. I'm not going to derail it, for me because it doesn't fit my alignment or whatever BS. You can always justify absolutely anything. I've played this game long enough, I can justify anything with any character. I just can. I can even explain why a lawfully good character would murder, someone. I've actually had lawful good characters murder like little baby things before. So
Yeah, I don't like that.
it's easy enough to do. They were like evil fae, and it was in a place called Ravenloft, which is like this really dark plane. It's like a plane of nightmares, and the land will punish you for doing it. It seems like it rewards you, but it's like gets its fingers more into you, and it's like a big prison. Think of it like a prison. So they got caught because of that. I wasn't going to let that one slide, but just goes to show. I mean, you can justify anything. So justify helping the DM, or justify going towards being kind of a team player. Try not to steal from the group, that sort of thing. So it's my recommendation to players.
Stop stealing from me.
I haven't. I'm gonna knock you out.
I haven't stolen from y'all.
Yeah, no worries. So just throwing that out there as a bit of advice for when you guys kind of keep branching out, if you guys run into any other DMs. And then the other big piece I would say from kind of and you guys ran into this, seeing how it would be beneficial, but for combats, just being patient, and understanding like thinking of your turn. Like think about what you're going to be doing ahead of time, and pay attention to what's going on, because the situation can change drastically, and if you're not paying attention, everybody's kind of having to like fill you in on what's going on when it's your turn. Just slows everything down. So just a couple little pieces of advice, and with that being said, let's jump into it. So this is going to be a continuation. This is A Storm of the Mind, Part 2, and you guys are going to pick up exactly where you left off, and pretty much with the Bakemono, that you have just defeated their leader, and a new leader, or two leaders, two brothers, the sons of the prior leader who had been basically killed, have taken over, and with you guys acting as the champions, so to speak, on their behalf. For political reasons, you guys were a very convenient group to come in. It keeps the hands clean for the new rulers, and shows a kind of wild card in favor of the Uraken that might help this situation and help them keep authority should it be granted. So it's Fen and Mo, if you guys are the two Bakemono. Yep. And so you guys are standing in the midst of a village, and the bodies have been taken away with trails of blood, and one basically having a huge hole in his head, thanks to the Kawaii Shi. You hear the name being...
Technically did not do that to two of us.
Yeah. Being quietly talked about around the village. And no, as a part of their gesture and interest in talking with the daimyo, you see Fen kind of walks back, and after you hear sounds of kind of breaking or bamboo being cracking, he comes back, and with him are 3 goblin prisoners. 2 of which are clearly look like villagers. Maybe one's a fisherman, based on the clothing. You saw, like, they don't have any of the fancy, none of the silk, any of that stuff. So one of them might be a farmer, based on a lot of dirt around the kind of extremities, and a very modest, I'll say, dress. And then the other one, as you can see, maybe you even see some scales on, like, little fish scales that have sloughed off. No, not on him, on the clothing. Okay. And then the other one is actually buck naked, completely naked, and you can tell nothing about where they come from. And so, yeah.
I have a question for my own clarification.
Yes.
I have in my notes that they're orcs, but I know that I absolutely texted you the word ogre earlier.
Oh, yeah.
They are not orcs.
What are they?
They're ogres.
Ogres.
Oh,
They're
okay.
a type of ogre. You're not familiar though. Like I mentioned before, like they have almost like the mouth has like tusks, or which is why maybe you got confused. But they're not tusks per se. They're more like the teeth of like hippos. Like they're really kind of, they do curve a little bit, but they definitely have very over exaggerated curves in their teeth, and they have the build just like what these models do actually. But they have more of kind of a oriental dress, less in the realm of
Look how cute you are.
Are any of these yours?
Nope.
Just going up.
Pretty good, huh?
So these ones are all extras?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and you guys can give me survival checks. You definitely see some people kind of looking up, and you feel kind of a shift in the air. As far as like there's definitely kind of a smell to it.
While I want to do a survival check, can I do a perception check to see if in game I think something's wrong with Saito?
18.
When you see him, remember he stayed back on the path. It wouldn't be something wrong. So it depends. So if you're looking, just to get into the rules a little bit, meta game a little bit. So if you were to look at him and see, like, maybe you see like he has like an illusion on, or he has like a signet ring that's not consistent, something like that would be perception. But if you're looking at motive is actually the insight. Thank you.
Okay.
Again, with the Pathfinder always getting in the way. That's what happens when you play it for years and years. So that's what insight would be for.
Okay. So I want to hang on to that for later, and I will go into why I think he's sketchy later.
Sure. He is a goblin. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, you're good. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a fine, upstanding goblin fellow. Sure. For sure.
I got
No
a
questions.
dirty 20 for survival.
Okay, what did everybody roll?
What's a dirty 20?
It means I got a 20, but it's not on the die. I got an 18 on
Use
the
bad
die and
language.
then plus 2.
Oh, okay. I get a lot of those, but I got 18.
Okay.
Is it because natural 20 is like a crit, so it's,
Yeah,
it's a different.
kind of
Okay.
scale on things, especially in my games.
Natural 18.
18 plus your
Survival.
5.
So 23. That's good.
Right.
I got an 18.
What class race combo did you end up settling on?
I am a variant human
Okay.
with cleric, quarter domain cleric.
Ah, okay. So you went with one of your own characters then? Okay, cool.
Same one I played last time.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, sounds good. Okay, those of you guys that got an 18 or higher, so I think that's actually all of you. You guys can kind of smell the smell of kind of ionizing air and the smell of maybe a coming rain. Has that sort of smell to it if you've ever had that. And definitely the clouds above, as the people are looking up to, and they seem to notice it, a lot of them. But the clouds have set in. It's getting darker, even though it shouldn't be this dark at the time of day you're at. And you can see some pretty dark clouds even through the bamboo canopy that you guys find yourself in. So, feels like a storm is coming.
So is this like a big storm where we need to like maybe seek shelter, or is
You
this
have
like
no
a?
idea. Yeah, it's hard because you're still inside. Like everything's very actually quite claustrophobic. Actually, aside from this little clearing, which even has stands of bamboo trees in the midst of this village, but by and large, it's pretty. It's very in. There's a lot, almost like a wall of bamboo at different kind of parts randomly through this forest, except for the pathways that have been kept clear of the growth. So, but you definitely feel that, and you can smell it. Lots of senses. You're feeling like it's a storm coming. Yeah, definitely. The villagers also seem to notice. Well, I thank the ancestors that you all came today. So how do we proceed forward now?
Well, we're gonna need the prisoners that you have
Yes,
for starters.
that's why I brought them. We think this one, he points at the naked one, comes from a different clan. For his part, said he's like totally naked, but he's like just out there. He does not like covering up, no modesty at all, just kind of like looking around. Seems nervous, but they all seem nervous. But he doesn't have his head down in the same way the other two do. Caught him wandering around, and yeah, claims he's from one of the other clans. So, we'll release him into your custody as well.
Okay.
He's been a tough cookie. Looks over at the little guy for his part, kind of looks up at him and looks at you guys kind of quizzically.
I'm gonna ask the naked goblin.
Huh?
Do you have any possessions? Do you have anything you need?
Yes.
How do you?
He says, and his accent is different. It's kind of close, but you can give me a insight check.
19 plus 3.
It's kind of like talking to somebody and you think like they're trying to mimic the accent, but it's not quite right.
Could he be a spy?
I just always assume everyone's a spy.
Thanks. And look, now you've given it to me.
I mean, I brought you a solid argument.
You
I
did.
have a question.
I have equipment, but they were stolen from me.
But
Oaths have not allowed me to cover myself since I've been here.
Well, that's just not right.
You had nothing, Mo says. You came with nothing. I didn't say you took myself. I said that you wouldn't let me clothe myself. You're awfully mouthy for a goblin prisoner, Mo says. And he kind of like squares up, and then the little guy just sort of looks and shakes his head. Am I released into your care? He says in Goblin. And he looks over more at him.
In my inventory, I do have some fine clothes.
Okay.
So can I give him a?
What size are they?
They would be able to fit a human.
Human? Okay.
I have a disguise
Maybe-
kit.
Maybe.
At least you could like cover things up
I
with
mean,
the
I'm-
disguise kit. You can like, I don't know if that's like pasties and stuff like that, but you might be able to get there. I don't know.
I was thinking like maybe an overgrown T-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like acts like a,
And a
like a
hat.
moo or something.
Everybody needs a hat.
We can get him a belt, so it's
Give
like
him a
more
belt.
like a tunic.
So you're gonna give him?
Yeah.
You're gonna give him that?
Yeah.
He kind of like takes a step back as you sort of approach him. Kind of eyeing you on the side, but then as he sees that you have some clothing, he looks and kind of nods his head slightly and, gets it and puts it on. It's definitely flowing for him, more like a dress than anything, but at least he is now clothed, and he kind of breathes and seems to be looking like down his nose at the ogres. The sooner we
should
can get
feed
out
them
of
too.
here, the better, he says in this sort of broken accent that isn't quite right.
Do
We
have
should
a-
feed them too.
Do we have less questions?
The real quick, do we have any questions for the ogre specifically? Because these guys we can get out of the ogre's custody and continue to ask them questions.
And, yeah, I know, because I want to cast Zone of Truth if we want to start talking to him right now, since we have them all together. And I sort of reset all my.
So you're gonna cast?
No, not
Okay.
yet. I'm
Not yet.
looking for-
Okay.
And last time I cleared all my spell slots and stuff, so.
So you need a more rest.
so
That's fine.
I probably have one or two left.
Yeah.
I'll try not to cast everything all at once. Do you want to do that, or do y'all want to just get them alone and see what they say?
Well, if you would give the daimyo our word that we would be willing to meet on his terms to reestablish this relationship and then speak on our behalf, we would be greatly appreciative. Mo says.
Is there like an ogre vow?
Ogre what?
An ogre vow?
Rattle?
An ogre vow.
Bow. Oh, sorry, I'm like, what? They, it's like strength and honor kind of thing. Like that's what they seem to have. A couple of basic characters you might be able to kind of, well, even then, like the reading part's tough because they have a completely different alphabet, it seems. The spoken part is doable. The reading part, I will say, is you might have seen this before, and maybe like, Saito said something passing or something, and you're like, I think that means honor, and I think that means kind of strength. Something along those lines.
We can do that.
So with that, you see Mo and Fen both take a deep bow as they put their weapons down at their sides, and the entire village goes silent, and they all stand up abruptly and also bow.
Oh.
Ooh. All right. I guess this is when we leave, or
Do we bound back?
It's up to you. Do you bow back?
I'm gonna say yes.
It's
Okay.
respectful. Yeah.
Gracefully.
Sounds good. With that, the two smile, and then they go over, extend their foreheads to you, forearms to you, not foreheads, forearms to you, and they're huge and whatnot. So they basically kind of envelop you, each of you, on the side, and kind of say goodbye. And
Do they have to pick me up?
no, they kind of calm you. No, not quite.
It's like one of those.
No, you like kill them.
Yeah.
And they're afraid of you, actually, you think. Which is actually, but then they like that. They're like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, hell yeah. No, so they definitely, see you guys off. And you see Fen, for his part, he looks at you guys and he's like, wait 1 minute. He runs off, with huge thundering steps, and then huge thundering steps after a minute or so later comes bounding back, and he has a little something that's wrapped and then tied with a neat little bow. In what appears to be a silken, like a sash that's holding stuff. You're not sure. It looks like boxes. And he hands it to you guys.
Okay.
Take this. Think of us
Okay.
when you open it. Open it later. Get on the road.
Okay.
Storm's coming. Big one, I think.
Alright, let's go.
I would like to roll perception to see if he's.
If what he gave us is dangerous?
Yeah.
Sure. That would be, okay. Are you looking at the package, or are you looking at his motives?
I'm looking at intent because I feel like if he thinks
Insight.
we're going to open it, there's a difference between if we're going to open it
Just
just
send a bomb with
us
you.
or around the goblins.
I want to roll for the package.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to roll for it.
That's fine. Because you are paranoid. It's okay.
Well,
It's
damn.
okay.
She's done this.
Eventually, I will make that worth your while.
18.
Giving me ideas. 18. So, you're pretty sure it looks like a little makeshift box for sure. That you can see what looks to be some of the Uraken markings, and it's a little bit higher, like more delicate form, suggesting maybe it's the goblins made it and he happens to have it. The like holding it, I don't know who holds it, but it doesn't feel terribly heavy, but it does feel like something kind of clunking around in there. That's about all you can get for you. Just seems genuine. It doesn't seem like it matters. What did you roll, I guess?
Okay, so I didn't roll well, but I have a question before I tell you what I roll.
Okay.
How long has it been since the fight?
Like it just happened.
Yeah,
right?
it just happened. I would say probably maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Cool. So is everyone still intimidated by me?
No, I would say not anymore.
Okay, so I
They're not
can't-
fighting you.
Okay. I was gonna see if I could roll advantage because they were still intimidated, but I got a 7.
No, I'm impressed. I got a 7. Is that a total or is that the roll? That's the total. Okay. Yeah, you don't know. I mean, he just seems so kind of like dumb, but not dumb, like, not too dumb.
There's no
There's
malice
no,
that
like,
I can
you're not sure he has the capacity to be like super sneaky, maybe a little sneaky, but like you're not sure why. You would feel like he would be more likely to just clobber you to death if he wanted to, like, kill you or
I am
something,
very
right?
small, yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
you're not feeling any malintent, but with that, with that roll, it is kind of hard to read, and you have a lot of people, and you're like, okay, what's going on? And now you have these 3, goblins that are prisoners being released into your care, and blah blah blah.
Okay.
So for their part, the other one, the fisherman and the farmer, kind of keep their heads down and shuffle off, like you've seen some of the other peasants, I guess you could say, in the village below the castle when you guys kind of explored that really quickly before you came here.
Okay.
Seems like the same kind of dress, seems like kind of same demeanor in your presence and in the presence of the Bakemono. They just keep their heads down and shuffling off with you.
Okay.
The other one though wears his new like dress. He's like even moving in it, like kind of like what the hell, and then like looks like he like kind of strikes almost, and to see like what it is like right in front of all of you. But anyway, that's what he does. And you guys end up departing. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, there is a loud gong hit as you guys depart, and it doesn't take you long before you can see ahead of you the mounted goblins that are on those giant elk, including the one leading the way, which is Saito. And he seems to have a concerned kind of look on his face, or like a kind of like, what's going on? They all have weapons at the ready, melee weapons, not ranged. They have ranged on their back. But the 3 of them are looking at you guys as you guys approach.
On the way to them, can I get the names of the 3 prisoners we have?
Yeah, we can do that part real quick. So it is.
Are they still prisoners?
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, you know who I'm talking about.
They're liberators.
They're now our prisoners that we have liberated. There's a lot of words. I don't know.
So it's Mogi and Rook. And then the one that's fancy says his name is Z.
How do you spell Rook?
It's just R-U-K.
R-U-K? I did R-U-K.
Listen,
That's fine,
I started writing something that I guess means that I expected it to be spelled like rogue with a C.
You're fine. Your character's not terribly familiar with these kinds of names, so it's legit.
Could I borrow a piece of paper
Absolutely.
and maybe a pen?
So is Rook the farmer?
Piece of paper?
Are you going? Okay. And I have a little pencil or pen. That would be cool. So yes, Rook is the farmer, and Mogi is the fisherman. And Z, you can't tell.
Oh,
I just
You're
wrote,
asking.
I just wrote naked.
I would also, before we run into Saito, like to ask Z what colony he's from, to see if he knows that we're going to,
Back to
that we're going back to the Bakemono. Wait,
No, those are the ogres.
yeah, that we're going
Tyamo.
back to the Daimo's people to make sure that there's not going to be an issue once he sees Saito. Basically, I'm trying to make sure that he's not from a place that the Daimo's people are against.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, we all are in good terms.
Okay.
I'm from the Midori Kage clan, and yeah, appreciate your
So let's-
involvement in this. He says in perfect common.
let's feed them
Yeah.
before we get there.
Breathes a sigh of relief. At least I can smell fresh air. These two stink. Except the two that are going over. As he comes with you.
Why don't the other two talk?
Do the other two speak in
They
common?
see nothing. They say nothing. They're just looking down. And they don't seem to respond as you guys are talking in English. Common. You know it.
I would offer them some of my food, but all I have is poison mushrooms.
Well, I mean, you could poison them. There's two less mouths to feed, I guess. No, they don't say anything, but you don't know, like, you haven't engaged with them as far as what you've said to me yet. But they don't offer anything.
But do we know that they're from, like, are they the Daimo's people? Do we know
Yes.
that? I would.
You'd have to have somebody that speaks Goblin.
Well, let's get
Ask them,
this.
because they don't seem to respond when you ask them in common.
I will ask
They
them.
just look at you very confused, and then they like shake their heads, and then they look back down. And
Okay,
then Z behind just like scoffs. Do you need? I thought you spoke.
I spoke Goblin.
Okay. Maybe your dialect is better than mine.
So what are we asking?
I'm asking if they're the Daimo's people or if they're
Are you
also
with the
from
Daimo or are you another clan?
They look up like we are not the Daimo's family. We're not.
Family, but what about the people? Part of his subjects, right?
But
Oh
also,
yes,
Okay.
if that's what you ask.
I think that's what I asked.
Yeah. Yes.
Is the Daimo,
Ask them if they fled Daimo.
did you run away from the Daimo's
or were you just
clan, or you live with him, or y'all?
So they were
we
taken.
were in
How did you
the
end up-
village, and when we were out, we got taken.
okay.
As prisoners? Do you want to go back to the Daimo, or is that a no?
No, the other people made them prisoners,
Yeah,
not
the people.
Daimo.
The Bakemono made them,
Yeah.
made them prisoners.
Okay.
I'd like to get back to my family, he says.
And we will help you with that, I guess.
The farmer says, the fisherman. doesn't say. He kind of looks over at him and then looks at you guys. Still, and then looks back down.
Does
Very submissively.
Z seems like he's a part of this other fisherman and farmer, or is he like standoffish?
Well, I mean, he's absolutely standoffish. He doesn't have the demeanor's off. He's completely different.
He was naked.
He
They
didn't
wouldn't let
seem to
him
give a crap.
Care.
And then now, he just insulted them on the walk. And then now, I mean, he carried, like, he's not looking down. He's not like, he has an alpha feel to him, for sure.
He mentioned that the ogres weren't the ones that stole his stuff. So I would like to ask Z if he knows who, like, do you know who took your stuff?
Yes.
Can you tell us so that we can be aware of the dangers and also help if possible?
Well, I was fleeing, and I found myself taking a bath, and I was beset upon by the Tokage. You run into them yet?
We have heard about them, but
Yeah.
yeah, because it's the
They're
lizard
why I'm a refugee,
people. Okay.
and I have no idea what's happened to my people. So, having no ability to effectively defend myself, I decided to flee. Here I am. We're getting scooped up by some ogres that apparently this daimyo can't hold.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's about all we can ask, don't you?
So, while our clans aren't at war, I just assumed perhaps I could disappear on the outskirts of town. It's all the same to you. If not, whatever. Won't be my first
Well, I mean,
time going before.
you are also free to join us for the time being, because even though we're going back to the
He wants to find
Daimon.
his family, though.
Well, I mean, we could.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not safe for a lone goblin to be
I
running.
mean, if we're possibly going to look into the Tokage anyway.
Well, we
then-
need to look into him.
Exactly. So we're planning on that. So if you want to join us,
We'll help you.
I mean, it may take a little bit longer just because we still do have to talk to the Daimon and make sure that the ogre goblin thing is settled, at least to a certain extent. But
Okay.
you are free to join us, and we can definitely get you some weapons and some clothes that actually fit.
I have a magical axe you can use. Battle axe.
Well, that sounds good. I can certainly make use of whatever you're willing to part with. Lend basis, he says, very articulately.
I have a long sword that I don't use as much. I would, of course, like it back but
Actually-
until we get you something else.
Actually, no, you can just have my axe.
Oh, okay. He'll take it. He kind of swings it around.
Can I have a marker pen? Is this a marker pen?
Yeah, you can have another one if you want.
Does he look proficient with that axe?
He swings it around. You can give me a insight check.
8.
He swings it. It's hard to tell. He doesn't swing it enough to like gauge. And you're a cleric anyway, so you're not like a martial line. So it's hard to tell.
Better than me.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's no worse than you, I guess let's say, and you wouldn't be able to tell until he gets into a full fight anyway. Okay. So, is there any other questions, you guys, as you guys are kind of marching down the pathway?
Except for
Bamboos,
me.
you actually just passed the place where you originally met Mo and Fen, and you can kind of see a little place where you guys were sitting having that nice little tea ceremony, and yeah. Ahead in our ways.
Do any of you all of you want to go back to the Daimo? Is it? Because that's where we're headed, right?
Yeah, because we need to meet up with Saito
Right.
so I
Yeah.
can talk to him, but also we need to get these two back where they want to go.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure
Dropping
that
us off at the village would be greatly appreciated. One of them says in his goblin
Okay.
speak. The other one nods.
Done.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get then, unless you want to do anything else. You guys get to, like I mentioned, so the three. Now we'll go back to where we were before we broke. I did a little, RP. The Saito is ahead with the two guards flanking him, and all of them mounted. And he sort of sees you guys, and he's looking around, looks at the other two goblins or three goblins, and then he's looking at you guys and looking behind you and seeing that you're just kind of walking. And he kind of like takes a couple steps forward on his elk, turns it to the side. Hello. Looks like you guys none the worse for wear, he says.
I'm fully covered in blood.
Oh, didn't see you back there. Would you guys have her run point? Tank?
we use her as a shield.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you guys are all pretty messed up.
To be fair, I was the only one that actually died.
Right. Well, she did too. I think it was a couple.
Oh, you did die. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I got down to like
down
3.
to low, yeah.
Yeah.
And then knocked you out of lion form. So, yeah, he says, looks like you have some villagers with you. And then he looks over at Z kind of directly. 2 villagers, and
This one's mine. And I like put my arm on his shoulder, like this one's mine. I've claimed him.
Oh.
That
Okay.
was mine then.
Fair enough. Well, so what happened? He asks. Are we, I'm assuming nothing angry and very large is
we had this-
rampaging towards us?
No. We had a tea ceremony.
We were very diplomatic.
You seem strong at that.
We had tea with Finn and Mo, and then we proceeded to work out a coup, and we killed Jin and his 2 guards. So now Finn and Mo are the 2 that are running it, and they have agreed to speak with the Daimo about
On his terms.
on the Daimo's terms, and they have also released these 3 prisoners as a good faith.
He gives a over exaggerated laugh and shakes his head in disbelief, but then kind of makes the I guess so. It all checks out. And then he looks. He's like, "All right, well, let's proceed back."
Can I ride an elk?
Of course, jump on mine. Saito says.
Okay, cool. Do I need to roll anything or
You can do dexterity check.
dexterity check?
Yeah, it'd be athletics, I think, technically, but no, not so much.
I mean, I can always throw
You
her
know,
up
it's
there.
so high, and you're not even sure how the goblins get up on this thing. To be honest, they have a couple of steps on their stirrup. It's not just one; they have like layers. But you're like, how the hell? Like, so your foot has a tough time getting in the neck. You know, like doing this thing. So you like fall back off, and he kind of looks at you and offers his arm, and he'll give you advantage to getting on this time. As he smiles.
You'd roll one more time.
Advantage? Is that
roll.
with advantage, or did you?
Oh, I get advantage on the
Yes,
next one?
he's giving
Thank
you advantage.
God.
To, He's aiding you.
17.
Okay. He pulls you up, and you go up right behind him.
This one.
Smells strongly of lavender. All right,
Nice.
and he's off. You guys
Still
are
covered in
trotting
blood.
off. So after the transit back to the village, the villagers kind of run ahead, turn around to you, and then bow. Kind of at the the entrance to the village, right near the gate that you go through. and which is just an archway.
We
But,
bow back.
Yeah, you pass. They stay bowed, and you see, for his part, Saito just nods his head, and they kind of trot in. The rest of the villagers all come out like they did last time, meet you, they line up, and then bow as you guys pass through the area. Z, for his part, goes, I guess I'll catch up with you. Let's meet over by that brook. I'll be over the brook if you need me,
Okay.
he says. With that, he kind of looks around and goes off.
But he does absolutely have a longsword and a
Magical battle axe.
magical battle axe in case he gets
Okay.
in any trouble.
He has those two things.
He's a little burdened. Probably heavy.
But don't goblins swing axes?
I mean,
They can swing anything as long as they're proficient. Well, even
Yeah.
if they're not proficient, they can swing it.
I mean,
Yeah.
And in fact, it's probably more likely if they're not proficient to swing it than other races.
I had the longsword, and I think I'm smaller than him still, right?
Are you smaller than him? Or
Little
you're-
bit.
Okay.
Halflings are just a
Okay.
little bit smaller than
A little
goblins.
bit.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you guys end up going and you guys enter the castle grounds, and just like kind of a reverse of last time, you guys make your way up the sets of stairs with the guards, all still as if they haven't moved in days since you guys have been back, and there's definitely been a series of storms off in the distance, but nothing that has hit the island, but it's all just been this dark, overcast, you know, maybe a couple little showers here and there, and just that distant thunder. But everybody's kind of in the they're getting battened down their hatches, and you know, there's definitely a kind of an air about the town that's different from when you departed, of people kind of getting ready for adverse weather in particular.
I think we should seek shelter from the storm.
Before we leave Z, actually, can I also give him some money so he can get his own clothes?
You haven't really talked too much about how they do money here.
I mean, we didn't buy a
You
bunch
can
of
give
stuff
them gold.
before.
You can give them gold.
Okay, yeah, I want to.
Yeah, it was kind of a barter thing.
I want to
So,
give him a little bit
you
of
can do
gold. That way, he can get clothes and maybe a weapon of choice if he has
Okay.
one.
How much are you giving them?
How much do I have, and how much is most stuff cost? I have turned into a sugar
I'll
mama
pitch
for
in.
Z.
I'll pitch into.
I'd say you guys probably have about maybe 200, I'd say 220 each, which is a lot of gold, depending on how you want to outfit him. You can't buy net, like gold. He could buy like a potion for 50, but
I mean,
how much do you want to give him without?
I will give him 100 as long as he promises that he will meet back up with us,
Oh,
so he can
He's-
get
he
whatever he
agrees.
needs.
he agrees. Kind of looking around at everybody, he does a deep bow, and then accepts the money, and then disappears off into the crowd.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys make your way up the stairs and into the long hallway, and before you is a large skull of a giant, and perched at the top of it is a seat that is currently empty. So Saito comes in, looks around, just hang tight, he says, and it's off. Doesn't take him too long. Yes.
Insight.
Okay.
15.
What are you trying to insight, that he's going to come back and he's telling you the truth, or?
Yes. I'm questioning some of his behavior, like how he was acting when people were bowing to him and how he didn't really care, and how when we were passing the heads, I understand that that's kind of a big thing, but it seems like you would have some kind of reaction other than just, I don't care, at people that are technically your citizens that have died.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if he is, like, low-key wondering if he is the one that's doing the shadow stuff. Because we were talking about somebody in the Daimo's group was doing something against them, like they thought there was a mole or something. I'm wondering if it's him.
Okay. Yeah, what did you roll?
15.
15? He's kind of like, no, I don't know where my dad is. I gotta find him.
Okay.
So you're not getting any kind of
No suspicion.
nothing on that in that
Okay.
particular exchange. Okay. It doesn't take him long before he comes back, and there is Zuka, that is Daimyo, comes back out. He is wearing silken clothes. He has his hair in a bun, and it's all white. And he has kind of this little Fu Manchu thing. That now that he's not wearing his armor and mask, this is just him without like anything. And he kind of comes up and looks a wizened goblin, if there is such a thing. He certainly would fit that bill. He kind of looks at you. His head's held high, and he nods to you guys. He takes a couple seconds to bounds up the kind of steps, and then hops onto the throne and turns around to face you guys. And then Saito takes the same place that he did, kind of at his right side, and then turns to look at you guys and proceeds to translate.
Once he's on top of the skull, I would like to bow to him to show respect.
Okay.
All of us.
Okay. He does a little bow and then, a little head nod, and then looks over at Saito, kind of gives him the heads up and starts speaking. And for this purposes, Steve, I think we're going to have, I'll just tell you if he departs from anything. Otherwise, we'll just have the one. I'm not going to have him repeating discussions. We'll just have him translate directly unless something is different, and I'll tell you when that is, because you do speak the language. Well, report.
Well,
My son has told me that you all have had success,
success.
and that you have slain Jin,
We
the
have
rebel.
slain Jin
And
Yes.
his guards.
and his two guards.
Why were they deciding to break off? Did you get any inkling of that, the reasoning?
There was a coup where Jin took over after he killed Finn's dad, who I don't have the name of, I don't think. I just have that Jin killed the father.
Okay. He says something under his breath, suggesting a name. So he just wanted to take power? Well, that didn't work out so well for him. Appears that we owe you all much. Debt of gratitude. So what now? What is your recommendation, my honored visitors?
Finn agreed to meet on your terms for a parlay so that y'all could discuss terms between the two groups,
To live peacefully.
especially since we were the ones that took out Jin and the two guards.
So I can send a messenger that won't be beheaded.
Correct.
Okay. Then we will summon him and their representatives immediately.
We also freed or were given 3 prisoners as a good faith.
Oh.
2 of them are of your company. There was a farmer and a fisherman named Ruck and Mogi. Luke and Mogi.
Okay.
As well as a third that is from the Midori Kage clan.
He leans over. Saito doesn't translate this, but you can give me a perception check to see what he's going to say to the attendants.
8.
No idea. He says something to an attendant that basically runs up really fast, bows and listens, and then runs off.
That worries me.
Yep, shouldn't have told him that.
So that was 2. What is the third?
Z.
Z?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
because there was a farmer, a fisherman, and
Z.
Okay.
the
The
mod.
from the
You just stopped with the 2 names and then Right now
Yeah.
you're gonna. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Z. Sorry. I was
You
like,
didn't
what did
continue.
I
He's
miss?
asking. He's like prompting you to
Sorry,
like.
sorry.
And
Yeah, it was
Who's the third?
Rook, Mogi, and then Z is the Midori Kage.
He's kind of like looking around. Also, Saito's kind of like. He says something. You can do another perception check.
Oh my god.
Saito says, kind of whispers something up.
Completely trust him.
What is?
think I
He
can
seems
Do
tell
you
pretty
have
honest,
any
he does.
idea of what Z says his story was? Saito asks.
He says that he was away when the Tokage attacked, and that he was bathing when they attacked him on their way to his village, and he fled, which is why he was in the ogre's custody without clothes.
He does not have clothes.
Naked.
They have his
And
family.
he's from our clan. I don't recognize the name. What did he say his surname was?
Is this the?
He didn't.
Is this not? Wait,
He
this
did.
isn't the Midori Kage. I know that I've spelled it and I've pronounced it differently every
Midori
single time. He said he was from there, so that wouldn't mean that he's
That's a
in.
different clan.
Yeah.
And then he whispers something else that you can try and see if you hear this.
Third time's a charm, man.
You know what? I'm gonna
You got
ask
it.
guidance from my
No, you can't do it.
No,
You're
I can't
listening
do it.
right now. You can do it. After this.
18.
He says, "Father, isn't that the clan that we heard got sacked?"
So that's
He
not.
says, he kind of nods.
Is that in a bad way?
All right. So he says he's from the Midori Kage, so a refugee, fleeing, taking bathing, captured.
I think it was more he was bathing and then the Tokage showed up. Not
Yeah.
he was fleeing and then started doing that and got attacked.
Unfortunate for him. I would like to speak with him.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Where is he?
It's about to get serious.
He's by the brook.
We sent him to get clothes because he was naked.
Okay.
So we have also planned to help him find his family.
He says very clearly to Saito, I want you to get 2 guards and go bring him to me. I want to hear what's happened exactly. We need to know what we're up against. Saito bows, and then he actually will go off and leaves you guys. Okay.
All right.
Fucked up.
That doesn't sound.
For his part, the the daimyo's looking at you, looks at all of you, nods, and then hops back down and walks off to the side, back where he came from, as if he's done with you because he knows you can't communicate, or believes that you can't communicate, and just doesn't even waste his time. And you guys are standing in the kind of throne hall.
Yeah,
So-
let's open up.
You do have some. You do have some guards that are all there, heavily armored with Katsubo. With
Should
big
we
spike
like
clubs.
kind of go try to find
I would like
Z ourselves
I would absolutely
too?
like to go find Z,
Okay.
especially since I've claimed him.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys make haste, I guess.
Can you
to go
dash?
into the?
No, that's during an attack. Never mind.
You can. So Saito, for his part, he's going to mount up and he's going with 2 others and kind of looking at you. He says, "You guys go ahead, stay. I will come back and find you when we're ready to discuss more."
I would like to come with you for a couple reasons. One, I would like to ride the elk again. And 2, just so that there's no confusion, I would like to talk to Z since he was with us.
We have no time. Go back. I'll find you in a bit. And he's off.
Okay.
Takes off.
That's alright. That's okay. We can just go.
Yeah, but literally it would
can
just
follow
be
behind
pulling
him.
me onto his elk, which means that he's.
He's off.
I still don't like him.
I know. But he did what he did.
We could just follow behind.
But also, we don't know that he's actually going to be on the brook since I gave him a bunch of money.
He may not be at the brook yet.
Yeah.
So why doesn't one of us go wait at the brook?
Okay.
What do you think? Wait, they always say splitting up's a bad idea. Okay. Alright, so
You can in certain circumstances. I wouldn't recommend it in dungeons. Things like this, you're just looking for someone.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
All
not-
Chance for combat's minimal, unless you guys start it.
Who's got the fastest speed?
I mean, I'm pretty fast.
I'm at 25, so no.
I'm
Okay.
40, so
You're the
Give me a
first.
local check.
local.
Local.
Whoa, I've never done that one.
Never even heard of that one.
Me,
that
I
local?
don't even see it.
Let's see. The history
Oh,
Okay.
All of us or just her?
or investigation. I'll allow investigation. One of those two.
All of us or just her?
Anybody who's going to be looking for the Wayward Z.
8.
Okay.
4.
Are you gonna roll or no? You gonna go back to the?
I was gonna hang out.
You're gonna hang out. Okay.
Babe, come
Steve,
on.
what are you doing?
I guess I'll roll.
You're gonna roll. Which
Can
one are
I-
you doing?
Can
History, or are you doing? Are you doing investigation?
History.
The vines
plus one.
suck.
History and
If you're hanging out, you don't have to roll.
Okay.
can I get guidance?
Huh? Yes, you can get guidance in this case.
12,
You've already done better than
13, 14.
Okay. So you guys, I guess, split up. What is everybody doing? So I know you're gonna hang back at the castle.
Alright, I can either follow Saito or go to the brook.
I mean, with a 4, I'm probably gonna get lost in the castle.
Oh yeah, he takes off, and you guys are like, and then like maybe some of the villagers try and like sell goods to you or something, and like grabs your arm and tries to like show you some stuff.
I'm
And
gonna absolutely get distracted by that to try to find more mushrooms.
Good
Mushrooms
call,
is-
good call.
I think I'll head to
Okay.
the brook.
Alright, then I'm gonna go. Yeah, well, okay.
Well, I mean, we can both go.
Yeah, we'll go to the brook.
The unfortunate reality is, especially with that roll, she really wants to sell you this like handmade like silk like gloves, and you know they seem to have some sort of fur lining, and you just can't get through to her what even a mushroom is. You draw some like little like mushroom on the dirt. She's looking at it, and then she like swipes it away, and then draws her own little thing that has like 5 little fingers, and then points at the glove that she has. You're not like getting very far on that one. You guys are kind of talking past each other and not getting it. So for you said you were going to do what?
Go to the brook
The brook?
to look for thieves.
Yeah, we're
You
going to
wade in the brook. You're going to go to the brook as well?
Yep.
So, yeah, you guys head to the brook and you're kind of looking up and down. It's sort of the northern part of this village, and people go down occasionally to go fetch a pail of water or whatever, and then off they go. You don't see any sign of him for
We should be listening
the
to the
first
villagers.
hour, and then you decide if you want to continue to wait any longer than that.
Oh, that's right.
Would this be an instance where we want to yell out to him or anything, or are we just trying to be all nonchalant?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, should we yell for Zeke?
Hey, anyone that speaks common.
Maybe we can leave a message for him.
Okay. And where are you going to leave a message, and how are you going to leave it?
That is a
Any
good
chance we
question.
know what class he is?
No idea.
Never asked.
'Cause
Nope.
I could have done
He
something
grabbed a
with-
battle axe without much thought, and this longsword, you have no idea. So if he's assuming he's proficient in those, which he very well might not be, that would suggest some sort of martial class, but you have no idea.
You can speak Goblin, right? Can you write Goblin?
I don't
But
think
he
I'm
speaks
very good at
common,
writing
though.
up. But I could. Yeah.
Oh, he
I'm-
does speak
Yeah,
common.
that's why I was like, anybody got common?
Perfectly so.
Oh, okay. So we leave him a message.
It's not broken like Saitos and anybody else who speaks common here in the village. Much more practiced, more fluid.
Which he may have also just stole my golden ring off, so. That is also.
I mean, that is a possibility.
It is what it is.
So,
I feel like if he's not at the brook, then he is probably either hiding properly and he will catch back up to us, or we will never see him again.
right. I mean, he could be up in the trees scouting out the brook and make sure like nobody's coming.
Yeah.
So, let's leave him a message. Tie it to a tree. He's gonna see it.
Okay.
Just to let you know, I have this. I have the spell Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy. It's easy for you to say.
What does that do?
Play vampire. That's this time.
It lets my voice be 3 times louder than it usually is. Cause flames to flicker different brightness, dim, color.
Yeah, like accentuates something.
Yeah.
You can choose to modify something a little bit. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
that
just enough, but I don't know if we can.
that might be bringing a little bit more attention
than we want,
to
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I agree.
great. What's the message
Like, I
say?
like
And you're gonna hang it on probably a prominent tree that's closest to the brook then? Okay.
Like on a limb, maybe with a feather tied to it.
Yeah, give me a, we'll do kind of a reverse, let's do insight.
Come on, that 20.
Reverse insight. Ooh, not bad. Not 20, but
What's in the
21.
lake?
21.
Yep.
Yeah, so you find a pretty good tree that's like, yeah, I could see it, and there's definitely a place where you could, a good branch that's only like a half branch that's like facing the brook. It's pretty, nestled right above, the flowing water, and you can just hang a little note on there, little scroll case or something with the note in it. What do you want the note to say?
Z. Big Kahuna, want to talk to you. Okay. So, did we tell the big guy about the brook? We didn't tell him about the brook.
well, we said that's where he was.
Yeah, you did.
Did we? Oh, damn it.
Can we assume that walking back to Saito while we were talking to them, we maybe like motion towards the little alcove where we had tea, so that maybe he would know that that's somewhere we would go?
No.
They're looking for you.
You told them the brook, which runs the length of kind of the
Yeah.
northern side of the.
So big guy looking for you, has questions, sent Saito 2 guards. They know about the brook. Be careful. We try to go with them to make sure you're safe. That didn't work.
The rogue is
So-
suspicious.
So
Does she come any other way though?
So hide. If you get here, we came here, we waited, we looked, we didn't see you. If you get this and we're not here, where's the place we can meet him that we haven't told anybody about?
What if we just tell him we'll come back at nightfall and he can follow us if he feels like it's not okay to show us? So we
Do you
can.
feel a little drop on your head?
What?
You feel a little drop on your head. Actually, you're in the castle.
Oh, so
You
he's
feel nothing.
absolutely following us anyway.
You
No,
feel a
but the
drop on your
storm's
shoulder.
coming.
Yeah.
Oh, the
I'm over here
storm.
like, oh, he's on the thing. Okay.
A wind
So-
blows through.
So he needs to be able to
Trees
take
start
cover
swaying.
somewhere.
At least he has
The
money.
brook, is there like a waterfall? Can you describe it a little bit more? Is
No, it's just a pretty benign little brook that's, it's probably maybe 5 feet across and then runs the length. It goes, from some body of water down to, you're not sure, but probably the waterfall may be like off a cliff down to the water. Because the ocean is here, like you're right on the ocean in this village. The ocean, like the castle is situated like pretty close to a cliffside that goes off and looks over the ocean. The brook goes along the side, like the northern side, and then drains
Are there
down into the
any
ocean.
caves near?
Give me a nature check.
18.
You would suggest, like, thinking about it and looking at like how it looks, and it does seem like there could possibly be caves along the coastline.
Okay. So we tell him to go to the coastline and look for a cave. That we'll come looking for him.
Okay, that's what you have in the note.
If he feels it's unsafe to speak with the doctor.
Right.
Okay.
And then if we go and we find him, we can bring him safely.
Okay. That's in your note?
Yep.
Okay.
What?
But you absolutely did add that I'm suspicious of Saito.
That what?
That I'm suspicious of Saito.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I said, like,
Yep.
we're worried about Saito and the 2 guards because they just
Okay.
took off.
Okay, awesome.
Right? Didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You didn't necessarily say that the rogue doesn't trust Saito.
Right.
You said that outside. I didn't catch that was being added to the note.
That's right.
The note is right in front of you if you wish to add it.
I thought I was talking to the...
The rogue does not trust.
Yes.
You can do that, but right now, as it stands, it is not written specifically in there that I've heard.
Except for I'm over talking to the lady trying to sell me gloves.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm probably, depending on how much they cost, I'm probably going to let her sell them to
And
me.
then
so
you
I can
like
try.
walk around, and then you're like
Actually,
kind of
if you buy the
aimlessly.
gloves, then she might tell you where you can find some mushrooms.
Exactly, that's my plan. I'm just going to buy the gloves, so then maybe she'll
Now
tell
she's just
me.
happy when you buy the gloves, and then she like turns around and walks away.
Do they do anything?
No, they're gloves. They keep your hands warm. And they're about the right size, which is not an easy thing to find normally when you're amongst the bigger folk.
So just gloves.
Yeah, silken gloves.
Those will now be what I wear when I'm pulling my mushrooms to make sure they don't get upset.
They're actually
Okay.
pretty high quality,
Cool.
but it costs you quite a bit of gold.
How much?
Let's say she's going to charge you maybe 10 gold for that.
So I still have 110 left.
Yeah. So 10 gold for a pair of snickled gloves. But they are some of the more comfortable ones you've ever done. And now
I
you've
am
just
small.
made this, you've like thrown off the whole economy.
I want to drop
Just
something
Yeah?
so in case someone picks it up that's from Saito's people, to let me know if they have the note. Like, it's a feather, a pretty feather. If they picked it up, I would know they had it. If they saw it, the note.
You're trying to say that if someone from Saito's crew intercepts the note, so how are you doing that? You're
I
gonna...
want to leave a feather with them.
A really fancy feather that they'll feel necessary to put in their hair if they find it.
Or on their clothes.
Okay. So you're giving them little instructions, you're gonna write instructions for them,
I'm
or
just leaving the feather.
you're leaving the feather? Okay.
You know, you see something pretty, you're like, oh.
But also then,
keep that.
if he's the one that gets the note and we randomly see a feather, I guess we'll know where he's at.
I want a trap to make sure.
Why don't we just leave a gold piece? You know, they say gold
If
piece.
they
I
would
take
just
gold
spend
piece.
it, so how would we know if they spent it?
Well, we know
We'll
we
be
took it.
missing.
So, I want to like pick something that they would like maybe put on them to where we could see, like a sash, a ribbon.
Are you guys doing? Are you doing this discreetly, or are you just putting it up there?
I want to do it discreetly.
Okay, give me a stealth check, please.
Oh my god, come on, okay. 21.
You are killing this.
Okay.
Save those for
You
battle.
think you do pretty well. Everybody's sort of doing their own thing like they normally are, pretty focused on whatever tasks they have before them in the village. So you're pretty sure you've done that without attracting any. There's a couple people that are kind of walking along the other side and pretty kind of close to you, but they don't seem to notice you or even take their head out to kind of look away from the path. So you think you're pretty safe, but at least you don't see anybody that's watching you or is taking notice, even passively.
Okay.
So, okay. Is there anything you're going to be doing while you're in the castle?
Are you shopping or anything?
So they're going to take you back to the room. They cleaned it all up, so you're pretty sure it's the same room that you originally woke up in. You do see that there is the incense with the same bowl that's in the center of the room. And you see now that they've laid out 4 mats, each with like a little elevator. Looks like it might be their equivalent of a pillow.
Can I investigate the room, see if there's any other, like,
Sure. Go for it.
doors or windows or anything?
I have a really ridiculous pedantic question, but did the mats fit them?
They look like they tried to extend it. And it remains to be seen. What is that?
4.
Your eye is more drawn towards what appears to be very much like what the Bakemono gave you guys. It has the same sort of look to it, where it basically has like a square piece that's all folded in the corners, and the corners are all knotted in a nice bow. And there's each one of these put at the foot of each one of the mats. And they're all boxes.
Should have opened them all.
They're all chocolates, and he ate them all.
Oh, don't
No.
because I'd be pissed.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, you do have one, and there definitely appears to be 3 of them. What race? You said near human. So yeah, 3 of them that are about the sizes that you'd expect, and then one that is definitely like goblin size.
Oh, man, they're garments. Can I open one?
Yeah.
Well, I need to roll for it.
Nothing. You just open it. So as you open it, it definitely appears that you have a scroll case in there, a little one, and then it has a wax seal on it, and then which looks like a little crescent, and then you can see that there's also a box in there, and in it appears to be a headband that's black, and it has a red crescent on the headband, and it has like little golden like flowers, and it's all silk. So it has like little flower motifs that goes around the length of the headband.
And that is Saito's. That's their. Okay.
Looks like they've given you.
So what about our
Really
boxes from Mo and Finn?
Yeah, you guys haven't opened them yet. You have 1 box from them.
All right, so we need to get together and open those up.
Who has the box right now?
It's a good question. I can roll randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. That makes sense. You have it.
Well, I guess after my misadventure with the gloves, I'm gonna meet him back in the room.
But you have a really nice set of gloves.
I do have a really nice set of gloves.
Really
I'm
nice.
gonna meet him back in the room and open my box, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and open the bigger box.
Okay.
Too.
All of you have about the same. You have this little scroll case, and then this is all in the box. This little scroll case, and then inside you see the headband, and it's all the same. And it looks like it's sized for each of you properly. So it's already tied in a pretty fancy knot in the back, and made to be worn.
It's like a sweatband from the 80s, or what is this again?
Something like that, kind of. It's not a sweatband, but it's made of silk. But
It's more like Rambo.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, kind of like that.
I was thinking about the
All right,
Ninja Turtles
so
thing.
we
just
make our
without
way
the
back
owls.
to the
Yeah.
team.
Well, as soon as we
And
get
then-
back and we see her, we're like, wow, those are awesome gloves.
Yeah, those are super nice.
They are like a
Where'd you get
slight
those?
purple tinge to them.
Purple tinge.
These are
And
my
they
new
have like
I like
that,
the
they have the
purple.
full line,
That's my
and
favorite
your
tinge.
hands are just like absolutely comfortable.
Not sweating or anything. Huh?
You love it now, and you're wondering if she makes more stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, I need some socks
You
too.
think she might, but it's going to cost you.
So now we need to open our boxes
Very
from
enterprising.
Mo and Finn.
Yep.
I'm
So,
gonna continue to jack up the economy. Okay.
well, or she holds on to it and keeps it all good. No, you guys open that up, and in that one, there is a ceremonial dagger that is pretty short for even a dagger, but it looks like it has one slight curve to the blade, and it has only one side that's sharpened. And it has a pretty interesting kind of bamboo handle that's been carved, and it looks pretty fancy. But it's interesting. So you wouldn't have known it was a dagger if you put it in the sheath. So it's almost like a perfect fit when the sheath was next to it. So it's actually like a live blade that was just kind of in the box. But it was pretty. Excuse me. pretty cinched in there. So what else was in there? There was a what appears to be a tea set. So it is not quite the same as the one that you have before you in the room. The incense, the look for it is this one is mostly red with gold, and it's looks to be kind of a toothed skull as the kind of emblem in the bottom worked into the
A what skull?
a toothed skull. So it's like a skull but with like jagged teeth.
I heard a tooth skull and I didn't even question it. I was like, yeah, it's probably like a giant tooth. They like carved a skull.
So no, and then inside you see a whole series of bags that are filled with tea, and they seem to be different colors, suggesting maybe that they are different kinds of teas. So that's what you have from the ogre clan.
Nice.
And you guys have so it would be considered a dagger +1. It's actually magic.
I'm gonna, since it's small and I'm tiny, I'm gonna ask if y'all are cool with me taking the dagger.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. All right.
Fight me. For
I don't even have
Fight
any.
me for it.
It won't even fit in your hand, sir.
I don't even have any magic weapons.
Oh no. What? Look at my rapier is my main weapon that I use, and I don't want to give you my rapier.
Oh, I don't need a magic weapon. I have my faith to keep me warm at night.
Nice.
What's the roll?
Distant
for the
sound of
dagger?
thunder, but it sounds like
Who
it's
gets the
getting
tea
closer.
set?
I mean, I'm the one that makes tea all the time. Do you want me to hang on to it, but we can use it? So it's in my inventory, but it's a group thing.
I'm gonna want some of that tea.
What's the damage for the dagger?
It's going to be a D4 +1.
D4.
Yeah, plus Dex or Strength, whichever one's higher.
You said
Finesse.
inside the Daimo gift there was like a scroll box. Is that like something that can be opened?
Yeah.
Or
You can open it.
yeah, let's open
It's
that.
like a little bamboo box. So yeah, you open it, and it has a piece of rolled paper in it. And it has a series of characters that are elegantly drawn into the paper. It's a white paper, and it has this black ink that it's very, it's a calligraphy gift. You're not sure what it means or what it says at the moment, but each of you have it, and it says the same thing.
Guessing this is written in Goblin.
These goblins, yeah, they have their own kind of language.
What did you say the thing was called?
Which one?
The thing that has the paper in it?
It's like a bamboo scroll case.
Scroll case, okay.
Yeah. And there's
You saw mine, be
inside
like,
is
I was like, did you write that down? And I couldn't find it. Okay.
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 Gifts.
All right. Y'all ready to move along?
Yep. So it takes a little bit of time. You guys kind of rest your feet and get off. It's not terribly comfortable for what you're used to, but it is a place that has a roof under your head. The rain starts to fall harder. You can hear it batting against the side of the castle, and you can give me perception checks.
I didn't even.
Oh yay, I'm lucky, so I can redo that. 20 not now.
Dang. Okay.
16.
All right.
17.
21.
All right. All of you hear the faint sounds, muffled sounds of rapid footsteps coming towards you guys and out from the outside. And you hear a little creak outside your door, and you see the door slide a little bit, and a little clawed green hand comes around and slides it the rest of the way. And then another hand comes and slides it the other side open. And before you is a finely dressed female goblin one that you saw at the side of the daimyo the first time you met him. And she has her hair done up and with a pretty ornate, looks like a stag's head up in her, up in her hairpiece. And she looks at you and, please forgive. I'd like you to come with me.
Why?
She kind of looks at it and she's trying to think about it. Want to share tea. And talk.
Okay.
That's my safe
Her
word.
age seems to suggest that maybe she is as old as the daimyo. You're thinking perhaps wife. So she nods, but nobody else is really with her, except, actually that's not true, you do see a Kinney as you guys approach, and she's around the corner behind the lady.
I was about to ask if this was a Kinney.
You would have thought so. You would have thought so. It was very similar in the way that a Kinney opened it, but it's not. This one is definitely not a Kinney. So she gets back onto her feet and then kind of shuffles away with the rapid shuffle, since the dress is so tight around the legs. Kind of forces a faster movement of the legs in order to maintain any speed. And she takes you guys out of the main part of the castle. You're actually walking for a little bit of time. She says nothing. She just keeps her back to you. She's singularly focused on getting to a specific part. And sure enough, there's a covered walkway that is open to the environment, and all around you is rain. And ahead of you is the ocean. And you can hear the crashing of waves not too terribly far away. But because of the rain and the fog and the clouds in this particular area, it's hard to necessarily see, and you can't break through that. But you can hear the crashing of waves. And ahead of you is this little, looks like a gazebo. And it's a little section, and it has mats. It's a little square outbuilding. And you see, looks like a kind of straight up series of mats that are arranged around a fire that is going. You see one of the attendants looks up, and as she notices the lady coming, bows and then rapidly backs off in a bowed form off into the rain, and then scurries off. And without any kind of movement or anything, the lady goes around to the opposite end and looks at you and motions for each of you to take a seat at specific mats. And then she herself moves the dress away and shifts her legs so that she can kneel down, and then takes a seat.
Can I check all the people around for my item that I left?
You can give me perception checks to see.
Can I help her?
Sure. Roll perception. You're not going to help her. You can do your own.
14.
Okay. You see nothing of the sort. You don't see You ended up leaving a feather. Okay. You do not see the feather, or a feather for that matter.
I get 13.
Yeah. You see nothing as well. Nothing along those lines. She doesn't have any weapons on her. She looks like she has a fan that she has tucked in the front of her dress. And beyond that, the hairpiece that she has for her black hair. And she, as she's kneeling before you, she starts going through a motion where she just claps, and then she closes her eyes, mutters something, and then opens her eyes, just focused squarely on the tea bottle, the tea kettle. And then you see her take a little over-exaggerated spoon, and she ladles in to each of you a single ladleful of boiling water.
Because I'm a problem, can I do a perception or something to make sure that she's actually giving us tea and not some kind of hallucinogenic or poison?
I mean, I'm cool with hallucinogenic, but we don't want to poison.
So you can see if she slipped anything. You can also see, I would say probably nature.
Nature. Damn it. 7.
Okay. You have no idea. It smells pervasively like a tea, and like a green tea of
Is
sorts.
she drinking too?
She does ladle one into
Okay.
hers as well. Yeah. And then she like goes through, and then she motions each of you, and then she motions down to your cups in order, and then she grabs her cup and then takes a sip.
Oh, and can we get her name? Because I
Yes, you
always-
can. So you ask, and she says, "Of course, I am Uraken Kimori, Lady Kimori." Remember, they use their surname first, and then they say this. So their first name's actually stated last. But so Kimori. I am the daimyo's wife. In case that was not clear, she says in better common than you would necessarily expect. Probably online with Saito's. But she had made no mention that she spoke it or any indication that she did before.
I sip my tea.
7.
I wanted to thank you on behalf of my husband and our people for helping us in these grave times. I was wondering if I might be able to ask you something. She takes another sip. And she kind of looks at you guys. Are you guys going to take any sips, or are you not? Are you going to leave it?
Yeah,
I
sip it.
mean, we already sipped.
Okay. So,
I am not.
you're not? Okay.
I'll hold it though.
I will tentatively take a small, like, half sip.
Okay. She seems to take notice. As you're kind of looking over, and she looks down at the tea and then looks at you, and then continues to focus on you guys. We have need of help from you. If you are willing. We have had a string of murderers lately. Haven't had one in a while. I think that they might be hiding right now, but I have it on good authority that someone is missing from the village. We have no proof that they've been murdered, but all of their clothing and their equipment has been left behind, as if they've simply disappeared. She takes another sip.
How long have they been missing?
Today.
What is this person's name?
She rattles off a name.
Did
Tori.
Tori? I'm trying to think if the ogre said anything about how long they had had the captives.
They didn't really say. They said that they've had them
Yeah,
for...
they didn't.
How are these people usually killed?
Well, that's the thing. We never find them. Just they're left behinds. And it happened a few times. Probably a week or so ago. And then it was once a week for 3 times, I believe. And then this one now. We try to keep the villagers
Where
blissfully ignorant.
can we go
Is that
to the
wise?
scene? Would that be a?
We don't wish to concern them. For now.
May I do a history check to see if I remember how long ago they said that, again, I'm going to mispronounce this, the
Midorikage.
Midorikage. Why can't I?
Fine.
Midorikage. There's going to be a line right there. Yeah, can I do a history check for that to see how long ago that happened?
You can, but it'll be disadvantaged because you're not familiar with this history, but you might have overheard things or...
Both of those are a 14.
Okay.
So that gives me a 16.
There was talk that the within the last 2 weeks or so that it got sacked. Supposedly, the reality is they have not been able to make contact with it, and there are some people claiming to be refugees that have explained, like, described the situation. And based on that rule, you think you have heard that the Midori Kage are a very mercantile-based clan. So they're much more enterprising, much more interested in trade and commerce, and to the point where the other clans, sometimes view them with suspicion, even. But it also provides them with, unusual artifacts and other things, and a lot of exposure to sort of outside factions, which also makes a lot of the local clans uneasy. But you guys being kind of new, and another thing, like, it sounds like at least the Uraken and maybe the other clans are trying to be a little bit more open to the idea of having more allies abroad. But nowhere near as far along as the Midori Kage. It sounds like they're in the northernmost part of the island, and there's thoughts that perhaps the Tokage have invaded, starting there, like that was potentially their beachhead or somewhere near there. So that's why they got hit first, kind of thing. Not a lot of details that you can hear. So that would have been like maybe when you're talking with the lady in the gloves, like you overheard, like, people talking, in broken common or something, and practicing and whatnot. Much more so further along in the peasant population than the aristocrats here.
What exactly would you like us to do?
Help us.
How?
See if you can use your magics and abilities to aid us where ours have failed us in figuring out what's happened to them. We believe it's only a matter of time before we get hit in the castle. And we want to make sure that we head this off and protect the people, as well as ourselves.
And don't you think they should be made aware?
What?
We will let the guards know. The people must not be...
Do people just disappear? Are there any stories or any bloodshed? Anything besides missing people?
We have the scene. The house has been secured.
Can we see
The
the
wife
house?
has come back, of course. The wife has come back, and there seemed to be a sign of struggle. She takes another sip.
What?
But no blood, no body, just equipment.
What time of day is it right now?
So right now we're gonna say it's probably getting close towards like sundown, but again, it's hard to tell because everything's like rainy and
Overcast.
thick.
Yeah.
Is it possible for us to go ahead and rest for the night so we get all of our hit points and all of our spells back? And
You've
check it out
rested.
in the morning.
This took days to get out there.
Okay.
So you've rested, everything's returned, everything's good.
I
You
have
guys are
everything
all
still
clean
Healed
slate.
up.
Yep. Should have mentioned that, but yeah, you guys are all good to go.
Cool. That was my only issue.
Mind if I change a few spells then?
Absolutely.
Alright.
I don't know why, but I have
But you can't change them to. So if you guys are going, like investigating tonight, then have what you would have had before you knew this mission was there. That's the only thing. Tomorrow you can do whatever you want, but right now you have what you prayed for in the morning.
Gotcha.
Is there any chance you know why I have 104 written right here?
No idea. Oh, is that for your dagger? The damage of the
No,
dagger?
because everything I've written today is in red. That's from
That might have been from his guidance.
probably. Okay, I'll just erase that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
To remind you for guidance. I don't know.
So how many people have gone missing from here total
Now 4.
in the past 2 weeks?
Well, it was probably 1 a week, and then there was a 2-week gap, and we just had 1. So it was 1 gap, 3. 1 a week.
Okay.
She provides you days specifically off the top of her head.
Can I?
Is there?
I want to make a note to write down the days so that I can cross-reference it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems to be
Is there
it seems to be
anything-
every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
That's effectively the equivalent. Yeah.
Is there anything that the missing people have in common?
So today is Saturday. Not that we have been able to ascertain. At first, we thought that they were just missing, and that they decided to run off. Fits of rage, and the other thought was that maybe they got taken by the Tokage, but we don't believe the Tokage are that plentiful here yet. So we're not sure.
Have they been male?
Our
female?
diviners have said that they do not believe they are alive. But
Why do they think that?
after communing with spirits,
Is there anything cultural that happens specifically on Saturdays that could either be used as an excuse or a reason
A
why people didn't
sacrifice?
notice? Yeah, like like a sacrifice or anything
No.
that happens to draw attention away from it.
no,
Have
we
they been
keep,
both
we
male?
keep everybody pretty busy.
And female missing?
No, it's 3 males, 1 female.
Okay.
The most recent one being a male. The previous one to that was a female.
Okay.
Do they have anything in common as far as like jobs that they do or places that they go?
They were commoners.
Are they related to each other?
They are 3 of them related. They're retainers of our clan. Both are retainers of our clan. Not directly related.
Alright.
So this time, if we do, you agree to assist us, and if you were to find them, we would make you a weapon of your choice, using our smiths.
Heck yeah.
Okay, what
Now
y'all
we're
think?
talking.
Hey, do you have like necromancy? What?
What are you
Not
holding
lately.
over here?
There's a giant axe. So
Are you evil? I don't know. Actually, there's
Well,
good-
I mean, because if he can do magic and he has
Right.
necromancy, we can speak to them.
I'm not high enough level for that. But
Oh, okay. You got anything that
but yeah,
could maybe help us out?
no.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so
I've been looking and looking. And like, what can I do to help?
private combo. Do you want to help this? Do you want to see this? Check it out.
Because again, I'm suspicious of everything. Based on what we know, I think that it's possibly one of 2 people.
Yes, that's in my mind too. But I am holding out hope that he's a good guy.
Yeah. So
But remember, I told you I'm too trusting.
I would say that we, even if not only to help them, I think it would be a good idea to figure out who's killing people.
Okay, so we don't. I mean, they said she can say that they're dead, communing with spirits, but what they're not. But they're just like drugged or like sleeping or
Because also they don't do magic well, right? Like that's been a discussion where
yeah. So maybe they're still alive.
kind of why they're asking you, though.
I think we absolutely should if only to figure out why people are dying. Or dying.
Missing.
Quotes, yeah.
Missing, yeah. Okay.
But
Alright,
also
well,
now I'm suspicious of Z because today is Saturday. We got him out
right
today.
Mhm.
And another one went missing and there hadn't been anybody
And there wasn't no one taken when he was prisoner.
that, well,
Because there was a gap.
we don't know how long he's been prisoner. We don't know if it
That's
lines
true.
up. But
I think it might.
I just gave him 100 gold. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna suck the big one if this is all our fault.
Well, you gave him a magic battle axe, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. And you gave him 100
Yeah, I
gold.
did.
But if you
Yeah.
slay someone with a battle axe, it's usually pretty noticeable.
Yeah, fair.
But yes.
Okay. So we're helping. We're helping.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you stepping up to assist us in these times. And I will speak to the daimyo about other benefits that we might be able to provide you in the future. That might be more political or social in nature. But for now, I can guarantee you that we will provide you with a weapon of your choice.
Each of us?
Each of you.
Oh, yeah.
I want this problem gone. I'll also give you a written signet that will make it so that you can get whatever access you need. It is the Uraken signet. One of you may wear it. And she pulls out a little box from the side that was kind of right beside her. Opens it and you do see a little ring. This should get you anything and everything you need. The person that bears this ring is effectively me speaking, with the purposes of talking and dealing with the villagers and the guard.
I think that the person that should get it should be. Is your
Steve.
character's Robert?
Yes.
Because he speaks the language that they
Right.
speak.
Oh, yeah.
She motions and she kind of pushes it then towards him, and then ladles in another bit of tea into each one of your cups, and then hers. She takes a sip. It's good. It's green tea, but it's a very fine, very. There's
So
an
drink
extra
your
flavor.
damn tea.
I'll drink the tea.
Thank you.
She seems happy that you just partake.
So it's a sigil ring.
Yep. Uraken family signet. Has the crescent on it. Looks like a bloodstone. It's been carved into
Is it like a pinky ring,
silver.
or is it like
For
a?
you, yeah, it'd be a pinky ring. Yeah. Our resources are yours. Do what you must.
Well, I think that was after we completely passed it.
Okay. Let's go kick a few doors down and burn some villages.
We get the
But
weapon after the test
Not
is
quite.
complete.
The weapon?
Thought that's what we were
No.
doing.
Right? I thought we needed to.
Find out who it was.
Huh?
Find the killer.
Yeah, we have to complete the test first before we get a weapon.
I thought she said that whatever we need would be at our disposal.
Yeah, so you can borrow. Technically, but these are specific weapons she's going to have made for you.
Oh, okay. All
The
right.
the gifts are, if you need to get something, then technically there's nothing stopping you, but it wouldn't be custom made for you and your size. You'd be
Okay.
dealing with goblin weapon. Not that it
Gotcha.
matters too much.
If we wear the headbands, does that do anything? As far as
yeah,
like
do you
the
take it
people-
out?
Ask her
Huh?
what the headband's about.
Yes.
What does this do?
Like if we wear this, will that help us get around town or?
Saito didn't explain this to you.
No.
My wayward son. You are considered to be retainers of Uraken clan.
Okay.
While you wear it, your interactions with our people and the other clans will be bolstered. So give yourself this effectively either a +2 to intimidate or +2 to diplomacy while wearing the headband and dealing with any goblin from Zippon Island.
Intimidate or what?
or persuasion.
Okay.
Not diplomacy.
Oh, +2.
Persuasion or diplomacy.
Is that just
No.
specifically
Persuasion or intimidate. Excuse me.
Okay.
Oh,
I get it right eventually.
specifically for the Daimos people?
It's any goblin from the Zippon Island.
You said
essentially.
perception and
Persuasion
persuasion.
and intimidate.
And
It's social effects.
okay.
Well, I would of course like to put it on.
Okay. She'll
Same.
lean over and help you put it on too, and like show you exactly where it's supposed to be in your forehead, etc. And then smiles and nods. Gentle smile.
I'll put mine on as well.
Is it going to anger any of the ogres if we go back?
If the ogres decide not to deal well with us, then it might.
Okay.
Otherwise, if they're a part of us, it should show them. Although it seems like you all have your own interactions and history with them now.
But also based on our whatever with them, I guess we're technically retainers for them too, since we're
Everybody's. They like you guys.
They like tea too. If you run into them,
Yeah.
drink some tea with them.
Do they really? You know, I've heard they have some idiosyncrasies in their people. Fascinating.
well, Finn and Mo
Perhaps.
definitely do.
Perhaps we'll be more open to having them in the castle in the future.
I would absolutely recommend tea for when you talk to Finn and Mo about
Finn and Mo.
yes.
Good to know.
Because Finn is the new leader. They are the sons of the previous leader before Jin.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds a lot like our history, she says. Smiles. Leans back. Well, you've been delightful company. I appreciate your willingness to assist us in these multitude of reasons. Especially with a large storm coming. Let me know if you need anything.
Poncho.
Please, finish your tea. If you wish. She'll ladle everybody then. Alright. So, yeah, the rain is starting to pick up. Is there anything else you'd like to ask her? Other than that, she just kind of makes small talk, asking mostly about you guys and where you're from and what your lands are like. Seems very inquisitive about you. Much more interested in talking. Gets more animated when she talks about you guys.
Did she tell us already the first house to investigate for like the missing person?
She will give you the address. Yeah, well, where it is. And,
Yeah.
you know, the fifth house. You know, after you get to the outer ring of houses, it's going to be the fifth one in the eastern. Take the eastern path outside of the city, and then it'll be the fifth to the right. Very end.
All right. So
If
we're
we-
basically going to go searching.
Yeah, if we find a culprit, do we just bring it back here to the castle?
Where do we dispose of them?
Either one, whatever you're able to do.
I have manacles.
Huh?
Yes,
If you're able to capture.
Look, we're going to kill them.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm telling you, like we're going to kill them. Like they're
But
taking
if
people.
it is Tokage, then there would be value in keeping them alive so we could question them. But we'd have to figure out their strange language.
Even if they're not Tokage, we could still question them.
Well, yeah. But I mean, the point is to kill them. They're taking people. Unless it's the. Then we got to figure out how to save our own asses from that one.
Okay.
That's all the questions I have.
All right.
All right.
Well,
So
again,
let's go.
continues the small talk until such time as it tees out, and then she bids you farewell, and she says that she has a couple of things within the house to attend to within the castle, and then she bids you good evening. Tells you that Akini will escort you out.
Okay.
Akini kind of steps forward, bows, stays bowed while the lady stands up, and then she exits down the covered walkway, and Akini stands before you. You ready? She says in Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. She leads you out to through the layers of guards, and you guys exit the castle. And before you is a kind of fog-set village, and you still hear a lot of the activity coming from inside. So even though the sun basically should be going down very soon, there's still quite a bit of activity within the village.
Okay. So is it just us now?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go check the brook.
Okay.
Check a message.
The scroll case is gone.
All right.
Give me perception checks.
14.
Okay.
19.
18.
14.
Okay. The 18 and 19. You guys see on the other side of the tree, propped on a root that's a few branches up, the same case and feather in it, and it's perched there.
Okay.
Shall we open it?
Yep.
Okay. And scribbled and common is kind of scribbled common. Basically says, have found a cave. Follow brook, and once you reach the coast, a mile to the north, where you will find me. Halfway down the cliffside.
You wrote it.
Perilous climb.
Perilous climb.
Yes, I don't trust them either.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So we got his message. Let's go check out this house where these people went missing, and then start making our way to Z.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
We all got what we need?
I think so.
All right. All right, let's go.
All right. So yeah, you guys make your way, and you come up to see a woman goblin kneeling in the rain before the house. Head down. And then standing kind of in between her and the house, but under the awning of the house, looks to be a soldier.
Okay.
He's kind of broken armor. He doesn't look like he's a super fancy, like, royal guard or anything. He's
Okay.
more like a kind of rank and file soldier or guard within the city. Has a spear, sword at his side, single sword, not the double swords, and kind of a shoddy helmet. He kind of looks over at you, kind of tilts his head. You see some of the rain kind of pouring off the helmet. Kind of watches you as you approach the house. As you guys come towards it, he takes a step forward towards you, and you see he kind of puts his spear down into him, more of an active, so it's not like just standing there now. He kind of puts it, it's not pointing it at you, but the spear is down.
I'm gonna like grab his hand and be like, "We have a signet ring." It's like,
Well, we got
Yeah.
our, we got
He,
our
like-
headbands on too.
He like comes up and grabs your hand and like looks at it, and then kind of, eyes get wide, and then he kind of bows, and then he steps off to the side,
Okay.
and then continues to bow as you guys pass through. The door's
call.
open.
I'm just like, I'm not
Okay.
good with you right now.
So
You ought to see
we
the
should
gloves.
probably question. What?
So you should see my
Ah.
gloves.
So we should probably question the kneeling goblin?
Seems to be middle-aged.
I would like to go ahead and go inside and investigate,
Okay.
even if y'all stay
Okay.
outside and talk to her.
All right. We'll do the outside first because that's the first you can just walk right up to her while you're kind of, going up the stairs and into the thing. So we'll give you a couple rounds worth of discussion. You come up to her and she is drenched. Her hair's all down now, covering all aspects, 360 degrees of her face. And she's just sitting down there, totally wet, drenched, and doesn't seem to care.
Can you tell us what happened?
Is she sad?
You
Yeah.
can give me a insight check.
Listen, based on the vibes,
15?
probably.
Yes, you would say so. Based on this, she seems to be in some form of maybe shock as well.
Can we cover her with something so she's not?
Yeah.
I still got some clothes.
She
Fine
seems
clothes.
to kind of surprised that you're touching her or giving her anything. And she kind of comes to a little bit, breaks out of, the just whatever she was in mentally. She kind of bows her head quickly, and then kind of takes it around, and then she continues to holler, and you can see now that she's shaking now that her hands are up. She's just looking out at the forest area.
Can you tell us what happened? What you think happened?
She looks up at you with these big red eyes, and then she looks back down. Give me a persuasion check. It'll just be persuasion for now, no advantage.
Really? 8.
Okay. You can tell she's just some form of shock. She's not there, really.
Okay.
She's, you might be able to reach her, but you're not sure exactly how. Because you saw it in her eyes for a split second when you did something that, nobody else has done for her, because they just, the guard's right there.
Do we have any food?
Nope.
What are you doing? Are you going to be outside, or are you going to go in and do an investigation inside?
I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
Investigation. I don't like to get wet.
So I'm the only one out here talking to this lady?
No, it's Chichu, right?
Okay.
Your character, Robert's out there too?
Yep.
Does she understand you?
She may not even understand me, so maybe you can ask her.
I'll ask her what happened would be the first question, and I really want to try to do some kind of investigation, like a medicine check, kind of
Sure. You tell me what you want to roll, and you go ahead. So for right now, do you want to spend time looking her up over first, or do you want to try and reach her to talk to her first?
I think I want to reach her and talk to her first.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check. Persuasion check.
Nope.
Remember, you have +2 to persuasion. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't help too much.
All right, so let's take care of her first before we start questioning her, because maybe that's where we're messing up.
Yep.
Okay. The inside crew. I'll switch back. We'll do a couple rounds and then we'll switch back. So you guys enter, and this house is barely that. It's basically one large room, and then that's about it. You see, there looks to be a very simple armoire that has just basically a couple of cubby holes that looks like they have a series of the same kind of clothing, and you see kind of centered in this building, it is a building, but this room appears, so the whole thing is bamboo flooring, and then it has half of it's raised, the other half of it's not, and it looks like it's almost ground, like earth and ground. So you'd have to right now you're on the bamboo, so you walked up the stairs, and this is the bamboo half, and then the other half is on the ground. And it looks like they have a lot of washing stuff, like for clothes, a wash basin. They have a couple of buckets of water, and then some other kind of simple stuff. It looks like this appears to be like a farmer, that you see a series of tools and whatnot, which makes sense because behind you there's the forest, but in between the forest looks like there's like a crop, like a field of crops that's behind you.
This wouldn't.
I wonder if that is Rook's
Yeah,
family.
that's what I was wondering. But I mean, if he just came back, would they realize that he was missing? If they maybe hadn't even realized he had been back that long?
I mean, we won't know until we ask. And I mean, whoever took him may have not known he had even had been missing at one point. But they knew that we brought prisoners back, so.
Can it do a perception check for like any signs of entry by an intruder?
Well, she already said that there were signs of a struggle in the tea ceremony.
So yeah, you can. You can give me. So it's 2. So you could look for perception just to see if there's like scratch marks and stuff, or you could do a survival check, which will help you determine like footprints or paw prints or what the claws actually are, as opposed to just where the damage is.
Okay, I'll do the survival check.
Survival? Okay. Man, we're having a rough time. These rolls.
That's a
It
9.
happens. 9.
Yeah.
You hear that they talked about a sign of a struggle, but like you're just not seeing like it just like it's so Spartan here anyway. You're like maybe they cleaned it or she cleaned it or. But you're guessing maybe not because like she was just out in the rain and the guard was not letting anyone in, so you're not sure. It just doesn't make sense, and you're like looking at it and
Oh, she may not even have been inside.
so what would you like to do with this round?
What were my options?
Whatever you want. You tell me what you want to look at. You can do investigate, you can do survival, you can do perception, you can do medicine maybe, you can do
What you looking for?
you can do history, you can do there's all kinds of stuff that you can do, but you tell me what you're doing and what you're rolling. Don't do that in Matt's game.
Have more. I guess I'm gonna
Does it
do
count?
investigation to see if I can
Yeah.
see anything that they left
Sure.
behind.
Start looking around.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
What?
We're having a
4.
rough go at all these rolls.
Yeah,
4.
I was
dear.
doing so good.
I'm about to
So
have
what
to
I will
switch
say
out
is it
all
does
my-
appear that the fire is on. There does appear to be some liquid in there, and it's really like stinky because it's been on and no one's been tending it for you don't know how long, and it's totally like burned. All the water's gone, and now it's just like almost smoking.
You
as
said
you come
this
in
was
here.
a pie.
Yeah, a little fire that's in the center of the house, the room. And that's the only thing that's kind of out of place here that you can tell, just in your rudimentary look. So, what would you like to do for the next round, and then we'll switch over to the outside crew.
Because I'm a sneaky little weird person, I want to see if there's anything in the armoire that looks like they hid it from who was coming after them.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 14, so plus 2 for 16 for investigate.
Okay. Searching through there, you find what appears to be, farmer's clothes, so pretty soiled clothing that looks like they attempted to clean it, but it's just going to be stained. And in there, you're pretty sure you find a gold piece that's in there. You do find a gold piece. Looks like it was tucked away. And you see what appears to be kind of a sickle-like tool that's also hidden underneath at the bottom of one of the clothes piles. Looks to be the males. The females, you don't see anything out of the ordinary with her stuff.
I would like to be very specific in that I am not stealing these people's 1 gold they have hidden away.
I'm just putting it out there. It is there in front of you.
I did absolutely
You make your choices
give
and you do what you
100
do.
gold
I mean,
to somebody. That's-
You could examine it to see if it was what you had given him.
Yeah, you're right. I would like to do that, I guess.
Yeah?
Is there any way to know?
I mean, you don't look at your money.
It's a specific kind of coin.
If I handed you a $5 bill, Would you know based on the numbers
what
of
we
it?
have is different from what they have, and some people do that. But like what you given him would have been different.
Yeah, okay, because our money is
It
from a
is.
different...
It's one
okay.
of your coins.
Okay, yeah, I'll accept that. Okay, I guess...
It is
can
one
I-
of your coins,
It
not
is
one of their currency.
Okay.
Alright. But... I'm like trying to think of a way that it wouldn't be Z.
Wait, what?
I'm trying to think of a way that it wouldn't be Z. Do we have any proof that this is Rook's house?
Short of asking the wife, or asking other people, maybe neighbors, whatever. You have not. You have no idea if it's Rook or not. It's a farmer, but there are many farmers. All right, let's go to the outside crew.
right.
So, you guys are sitting there, and you've talked about it. You've tried to reach her. Just right now, she just doesn't seem to be really reacting in
All right.
any way.
I want to try another check on her.
You're gonna what?
Try another check.
Okay, what kind of check?
I want to do a medicine check to
Go
see
for
if
it.
she's hurt.
Yep.
And I also want to cast guidance.
Okay.
Help me through the night. 22.
Is that a natural 20?
Yes.
Okay. So she, aside from the mental shock that I've already described to you, you're looking at it, and she appears to have some sort of like black splotches or streaks around her hand area.
So like defensive wounds of stuff? Like she's
Offensive wounds, maybe.
offensive wounds.
Not so much defensive. Like it's not in the
Is it
nails or anything.
splat?
Like
Yeah.
you're thinking maybe from a splat pattern. Like maybe either she had a weapon and she attacked something,
Yeah.
or she had a weapon and she attacked some ground. It looks almost like oil or something. Like really like thick oil, like an ichor. She's like you're
Okay.
not sure, but you don't see any weapon. You don't see anything, but it has that, and it's pretty. It's not easy to see, especially since she's been in like rain,
Yeah.
so it's there. So, yeah, that's what you find. As far as wounds, she doesn't seem to have any wounds. It does look like
Like any acid wounds? or-
none of that. No major skin breaking wounds. But looking at her, and since she's not really doing anything, if you're doing a full look, it does look like her shoulder has a huge bruise on the green skin. So it's like a purple spot amidst the green. So maybe a little harder to see in like in humans, but still pretty noticeable. So it looks like something may have bashed her in the side. You're not sure, but from what you're seeing, like something happened and she was directly involved.
Okay. All right. So now can we try to talk to her again?
So if you'd like to, it's going to be disadvantaged now. So it's
Come on. Oh dear Jesus.
You gotta roll again.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be
It's
lower.
disadvantage.
14.
okay. What's the low?
6.
A
Well,
6. Total of a 6.
9.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a total of 9.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
I want to ask if her husband is Rook.
She kind of like looks up, and then looks up towards the field and the forest beyond, and then she kind of looks around, and then she just looks back down.
Wait. Sorry, this is... I made a note to write down the days to cross-reference on Saturday. Is there any chance I would have written down the names of the people, since I do know that it's like 3 males, 1 female. We know it was a male. Damn. Okay.
What about the...
You do have a guard that's standing there.
what about,
but-
what about the guard?
Okay. What are you gonna do? He's right now. He's just kind of looking out now and continuing to kind of sort of guard. Looks like he's trying to fight his own boredom. but he is trying to look like a little bit more, straightens up when you guys come towards him or look at him.
Ask him.
He's keeping a side eye on you, but by and large,
how did he
trying
come to
look
be
down.
here? And did he see anything unusual?
So as soon as you approach him, he immediately turns to face you and bows deeply and stays bowed. So say what you're going to say.
You may raise. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what he does.
And how did you happen to be here? And did
I
you
was
see
ordered to
anything?
be here.
Ordered by who?
Ordered by Saito Uraken.
Are you? Why are you here then? Just for the orders?
To
Did
keep any intruders out. To protect the lady and her property. And to ensure that any evidence would be maintained, he says.
Okay, so maybe ask what evidence he's found.
Have you
They
found any evidence? Have you seen any? Did you see anything? Did this lady attack anything or anybody, or did you miss the whole confrontation?
I just came in after Saito had come in to tell me that I needed to stand guard.
And why is the woman outside and not in her house? Do you know why?
She cannot go in and interfere with any evidence. I tried to have her go with family. She is not moving, and I cannot leave my post. Says still bowed.
Seems like Saito's not where he's supposed to be.
Nope. And I stand by. It is also possible that Saito could have gotten any of our money.
Okay.
You guys also spent some money before you guys left.
Yep.
Here's that. What else would show? He's still bowing.
So
I thought he can rise or
He does not.
at ease.
So maybe you
That's
should bow to him.
Oh, do I need to bow back? I bow to him.
Okay. Kind of like looks up and notices, but doesn't move his head or doesn't do anything.
I just don't think we're going to get any information.
I
All right, let's,
think especially if we know that she's not allowed in the house, we should ask her if there's anything she actually needs.
But she's uncooperative talking.
Fair, yeah.
But
I mean, she's
Let's-
in shock.
let's
so-
just do this. I'm going to drop a zone of truth. And then hopefully we can avoid your bad rolls.
Fair.
And we'll ask her
Who attacked her?
who attacked you.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds more like you're kind of going the intimidation route, so give me, if you're trying to break through, an intimidate check.
But we still get +2 to intimidate.
You do. That does apply here.
Is that for me?
Yes.
Can I do a guidance on myself as well?
Yeah, you can cast it before you engage. You're kind of like brute and getting ready. That's fine.
Paul's question.
Yes.
So this +2 that I have for persuasion, will that carry on from now on? Or is it
Anytime you're wearing it and you're engaging with. That's my concept.
But it also has +2 to deception for it. Because it's both.
17.
Intimidate and
Okay.
persuasion.
Yeah, intimidate.
As you kind of get into her face and being more like, you need to tell me what's going on, she kind of snaps out of it a little bit, and you see her eyes get wide, and she starts looking rapidly around, kind of trying to avoid eye contact with you. And she's kind of shies her head away as you're kind of like almost shaking her about what it takes to break her out of whatever she was in. And you can see that she's definitely, she's a little bit eased up. She's definitely kind of looking around now at the two of you, and then the guard, and then she's looking rapidly between the three of you.
And I did cast.
Is that a truth?
Truth.
Yeah, I know.
Does that help me at all?
If
Advantage
she
or-
speaks, it might. I need to roll. So you have no idea if it'll be effective, but
Charisma 13.
yeah. Okay. Would you like to do anything?
Ask her a question. Get her talking.
Well, I assume that you're translating.
Oh, yeah. that's
So,
right.
what is her name?
What is your name?
Okay. For that, you guys are taking a nice run. Give me a persuasion check. No.
Wait a minute, 9, 10, 11.
Her eyes just keep darting between the three of you.
Yes.
Okay.
What is
You
your
guys on the
favorite
inside.
color?
What is average wind velocity of an unladen swallow?
I don't know. Perception for any clue of what may have happened.
Okay.
17.
Pretty good.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
22. So, yeah. So you were kind of looking at the bamboo side, but in the actual dirt side, you can see a little bit more. It looks like there's definitely some slash marks in the ground. Now that you're looking, they're pretty faint, but they're definitely there. And because it's so hard packed, you're guessing it was something actually fairly heavy.
Like a magical.
Battle axe? Shut up.
You also see what appears to be a few slash marks on kind of the side of the armor. Specifically 3. That you missed because you were looking on the inside. This was on the outside.
I would like to point out the sickle and the gold coin to him, and maybe use this sickle to see if it matches the marks.
Okay. So you can pick it up and take a look. You know, it's not too far off. But it's just kind of it'd be an awkward attack. Someone would have had to do 3 swipes.
Right.
And they're like so it would have been like a precision hit, equally spaced.
So it's almost like claw marks.
Dun dun dun.
Do lizards have claws?
I think so.
I really thought you just said, do wizards have
Well,
claws?
they can. I mean,
was
there's a
so
spell that's for
confused.
that, right?
I was so confused as to why she said yes, and I'm like, wait, lizards. Oh goodness.
We already looked in the armoire, right? That's where you found the gold coin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a sickle, the gold coin that was from one of us, and then dirty clothes. I had a question and I just forgot what it was.
It's okay.
Is can I do a history or some type of check to see if I remember if Saito has any weapons that would have made that?
Give me an intelligence check. Yeah. History's fine if you have history training. Sorry.
It's not great either
That was
way.
a tiny 20.
The problem is that he has a lot of weapons. So he was decked out with 2 swords, one of which was a short sword, the other which was a curved long, both curved. But
nothing that.
you've seen him with a spear. He has a bow. He has an arsenal of weapons.
Look, I have 3 sides.
Okay.
Just in case one is being bad, right?
Yeah.
You have
Well,
some options.
There's like 6 of these D20s and none of them are good right now.
Yeah.
I know,
We're
right?
having a rough time this time.
I'm gonna have to pull out some different dice, and these are gonna have to. Go
Can I roll
purgatory.
survival, like for the dirt side, to check
Yeah.
for footprints or
Sure.
paw prints or whatever?
Yeah.
17,
pretty good.
22.
So yes, so now that you're looking at it, you're pretty sure that groove is actually from a claw.
Okay.
And you're pretty sure you might see what looks to be a toe pad part, but again, it's so hard. Like what if it's something that like heavy impact, quick, dug in, and then kind of pushed off. You also find a strange kind of black substance that is actually looks like it might be a splat pattern that is like right where the raise is for the bamboo flooring. So, and it's like kind of splatted a little bit on the dirt and a little bit on the side going up in a couple of different patterns there. Yeah, the other thing that you're looking at is there is something else I didn't really mention before. It would have been easy to see, but you guys have been rolling so terrible. You're looking at it, and like on the other side of like this, where this fire is still burning this material to the point where it's all black now. You do see what looks to be a whole bunch of like crumpled up clothes, all in kind of a line, crumpled up, as if someone just took a whole set of clothes and just pushed them up, and then maybe like like a fold over kind of thing. So it's all like just a line of the clothes. It's all like the shirt and everything. Doesn't seem to be any pants in that section.
But
Just
there
shirt.
were male and female clothes in the armoire.
This is not the armor. This is in the ground.
No,
But
yeah.
yes, there were male and female clothes in the armor. Yeah.
Okay.
Different little
So
cubbies.
is it like are the clothes like making or covering something? Hiding.
Well, you're not
Oh,
there.
that's right. Sorry.
I have a couple questions.
But that is what you see based on the survival check, and you're pretty sure. So around that, it looks like you see what looks to be sort of a drag mark, and then it looks like you see more, maybe very faint little claw marks that are running along the length of the drag marks that are going up to the clothes. So it's like the longer drag mark is up to this roll of this clothes that are all cinched up, and then there's claw marks along the side.
Oh no,
You
what
want
if
search?
he's like a werewolf nudist?
It's not. It's the lizard people.
You want to check the clothes?
I would like to check the clothes, but also, do we know what color the Tokage bleed?
You do not.
Okay. I would
You
like
haven't
to.
even seen one or know what they are, really.
Do we know what goblins bleed? What color their blood is?
What color do I bleed? I don't know.
You gotta make one bleed. Well, so based on the heads that you've
We've seen
cut
Bobo
off,
bleed.
yeah, the blood is it's a little bit darker than humans, but still kind of on the really dark red, like bark red color.
Okay.
Hemoglobin based, but it's darker.
I'm also wondering if it's like a necromancy thing. Because then they could be dead. But then... Okay, I would like to investigate the stuff in the fire.
Okay. The fire or the clothes? Two separate things. Neither. Which one was that for? The fire?
I think
So it stinks really bad.
So with a
And
6.
it looks like it was some sort of a stew that she was trying to make, maybe some sort of curry stew, but it now is long gone. Everything is fully burned and basically all carbon.
Can I take it out of the
You certainly can. You do remove it, and then it stops. The smoke is still there because it's still hot as hell, but
Yeah,
you're
like-
able to at least stop it
Yeah.
from getting any worse.
I'd like to do a perception check where the markings are leading up to the clothes.
Okay, go for it. It was a shark that was on there.
That's a 18.
It broke off. 18. All right, so you're going up, and in the clothes, you think you see some of the same kind of brownish color that you saw that on some of the tapestries inside the castle. Potentially blood. And it looks to be around the neck portion of the tunic.
Mm.
And it looks to be somewhat drenched, but then oddly some of it has been removed at the very edge.
Like it's been washed.
Sometime, yeah, something like that.
What do you want to do? Starts pulling them apart.
I would probably just end up burning myself.
On clothes?
I mean, they're on fire though.
I
Are
missed
they?
that part.
Wait, are they not?
so. She was checking out the fire. You were checking out the clothes.
Mhm.
Okay. Is the fire in the clothes or no?
No.
Until separate.
Where is the where are the clothes at?
They're on the other side of they're in the dirt side,
Yeah.
rolled up in that. So all this is the main stuff is in the dirt. When you guys were rolling shit, it was on the bamboo side.
Okay, so for some
Fine.
reason in my head, somebody had dumped all the clothes into the fire.
No, that was just something that was cooked and left on.
Gotcha. So I can leave that alone.
Yes. But you stopped it, so that's good. You're not going to burn down their house.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot.
Yeah, I guess I do want to investigate the clothes if I
Okay.
can.
You're gonna help him or look at it too? No. You're pretty sure there's nothing to see there. Like, this isn't important. Why are you even looking?
I would do
That's
so
not blood.
much.
That's brown paint.
I would
dirt.
do so much better if I could just roll a 1 and re-roll it, but I've been getting 2s.
Yeah, it's been a rough night for a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the outside.
Okay.
All right, let's still want to talk to the lady, and I implore her to ask her what she was attacking.
Okay.
Or what attacked her?
I think I'm right,
Okay. Alright.
and I'm going to bless
Go
myself.
on with it then.
16, 17, 18,
Nice.
19, 20, 22.
Good
For
job.
a persuasion.
Yes, because it's +2 with the bandana,
Yep.
and I got +3 persuasion.
No, you're good. So she looks at you directly. Her eyes stop shifting, and she focuses and hyper focuses on you. And with that, you give me a perception check. Yeah, right. Give me a perception check.
Come on, Seabiscuit.
14.
Okay, now give me a. So I'll allow you to potentially see. You'll see it. Give me a insight check, please.
Oh, what? Inside?
Insight. You look at the guard.
Okay. Come on, be a good one. 15.
All right, so you're able to see it as it's happening. So he's talking to her, and she's not answering. You see the guard kind of sneer at her, and you see he's like, "Did her answer?" And then you see like he's starting to get so mad at her, and he's looking up, and you see him like gripping his spear, and he looks like he's about to go and basically unload on her. What you see.
Okay.
Do you wish to do anything about that?
Yes.
Okay. What would you
I'm
like
gonna
to
stand up and put my hand in front of over her, like guard her,
do? Okay.
and ask him to stand down.
All right. As he's like, he looks like he even takes a step. So you literally do it right in the nick of time. He takes a step, sees you do that, and then he throws his head down again in the bow. She must answer. The lady's signet. She cannot disrespect her.
She's also in shock.
You hear nothing, and you are not there.
Yeah.
You can give me a perception check, actually. This is happening
I'm just
pretty loud.
actively mad anyway. Oh, now I roll well. 19.
You hear something going on outside, and you hear this part of the conversation from the guard, and it sounds like he's raising his voice for sure. And you're like, "What the hell's going on out there?" You can do one too if you would like, just to see if you hear it as well.
Good lord.
Ooh, 18.
You
23.
also hear all that's happening right now. So, yeah. So he's in a bowed position, but he's gripping his spear, and literally is looking like he could totally just kill her.
So this is our investigation.
Hi, he says.
So if you need to leave, go.
I cannot leave.
Then shut your mouth.
He stays bowed.
Okay.
For her part, she's just focused on you. And then she does actually speak. It was here. It was here, she says in Goblin. Huge. It ate him. It ate him, she said. All of him. I came in and it had him in his mouth, she says. Moved the clothes off pushed up, and it was devouring him entirely. Oh, wolf? She says. She's like shaking now and like grabs your arm. You see the guard like kind of like he's still stuck on this thing, but he's looking at you now, and he's like kind of looks back and forth. Like you just grabbed the lady, the bearer of the signet, like. But as I said, you intervene. I attacked. I had my knife and stabbed it. It threw me to the side and laughed. She says, "It's evil."
What did it look like? The eyes. Tell me what the eyes
A
look
wolf. Bigger. It was the face was not straight like a wolf. It was more flattened.
Did he
Its
attack?
jaw unhinged.
Like a lizard.
Did he attack with his claws, or did he have a weapon?
No weapon. On all fours, long tail.
Was it a cute fluffy tail, or was it like a leathery, sneaky tail?
Tail. No. Not a wolf. She's kind of thinking now in her head, and she's just like goes back and then falls into a pile.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so I think we kind of have all that we need.
So why don't we go find Z? Maybe
He might have some
he
information.
might have seen something. He's running around these woods too.
Right.
I feel like if I roll again,
Yes.
I'm not gonna do
Ran
that, but I want
that way.
Which
She
way
points
is he?
straight out where she was looking now. Out towards through the field and to the forest where she had been hyper focused.
Okay.
And she's just stuck pointing.
Alright.
Yes, good
I will
idea.
turn to the guard and say she is allowed in her house.
He
And
goes up and bows again.
you shall stand guard until the sun comes up.
Hi. And then he takes back his position and then stands at attention.
Then we go.
Doesn't look at her, doesn't do anything, just looks out.
Are you staring him down now?
Well, I mean, yeah, because
He was straight up gonna kill her.
Yeah.
You guys did good. All right.
Are
So
we gonna walk? You wanna walk out
What are
there?
you guys on the
or-
inside?
Oh, that's right. I need to.
so
we're
inside.
gonna
I'm
see
good.
what they're.
I'm
You
gonna
hear
walk-
a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk outside and let the two of these know that we found the markings. Matches up with claws.
Matches our description.
Sounds like it matches her description. I'm curious though if she could describe if it had hair or scales, from what she could tell. But she's already went inside though.
I mean, you can go back in and ask her.
No, she hasn't gone inside. She's
No,
just
she's
pointing
still
now.
outside.
She's still
Okay.
outside pointing.
All right, so you can still ask her.
Can you ask her that?
I'll ask her.
Okay, give me another persuasion check.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Had fur.
Okay.
Fur, no scales. No scales. She says, and with a sneer.
So it might not be the lizard people.
His jaw unhinged. It might be a Frankenstein animal.
Listen, there's a goblin werewolf.
I was also curious if it might be like that evil dragon thing.
Right. So I thought it may be a dragon too, but
I was thinking that would be a little bit small to be in the house, especially since it's a goblin house.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. It's still big to you though.
when I go to leave, I would like to attempt, and I say that because I don't trust my dice,
Okay.
to intimidate the guard.
Okay. You did hear most of that in engagement, but you didn't see a lot of it. You just heard it. But go ahead.
Even if I don't,
So you're gonna go like he's standing at attention. And you're basically gonna go up to like the royal guard in Britain, and
even if I don't manage to intimidate him, my plan is to be like, she's in shock. She's allowed to not answer. We're trying to get to the bottom of this. We're not trying to cause her more trauma.
okay.
Like, I understand, but.
You got that 20?
No,
Oh.
but I'm freaking close. That's gonna be a 23 because I rolled a 19.
Okay. His eyes get a little wide as you're getting up in his face, even though you're like down here. But he still looks forward and bows as after you finish your rant.
Yeah. What if it's someone dressed up in like a costume? Like, or a lizard person with a fur coat or whatever. Throws off.
Fur coat.
So someone that's considered a scaly is being a furry. Okay. How big are the Tokage?
No, so
Compared
what I'm
to
saying is
goblins.
like, I mean, it could be a disguise for them. They have to be, somewhat intelligent.
Well, what do you think they are, the Tokage?
The lizards, right?
So do you think they're lizard men? Do you think what do you think they are? And I can have you roll, so you tell me what they are, we'll roll history, and then I'll tell you how big they are, if you know what they are.
Okay, I can absolutely do that. I would like to say that if they are lizards, it would actually make sense for them to have fur on, though, because they would be cold-blooded, right?
I mean, I ain't never seen a lizard with fur.
I've never seen a
Yeah,
lizard
but
man
a
wear a fur
lizard
coat.
person, if you're cold-blooded, then you would want to, especially since it's raining.
That's right.
Never seen a lizard with a paw pad though.
Well,
I
I
thought it was
used
just
up all of
claws,
my
not
good
a paw
rolls.
pad.
I
No,
have a
you saw Pat.
6.
You
I
saw
have
a
a,
toe pad.
I have a 6.
Yeah,
Don't listen,
you're
lizards
not
have-
sure. If it's a lizard man, you're like, yeah, man, they totally have fur. No, I actually have no idea. I don't
What are we
remember at
rolling
all.
for? A history?
Yes, if you want to try and, well, you have to tell me what you think it is, and then I'll tell you what it is, if it has, what size it is, and all that.
I mean, it could still have fur and then just not have boots on. Like have like a fur coat and not have boots on, so it would still.
So I definitely think it's a lizard in
Okay.
clothing. A lizard person in clothing.
Okay. So a lizard man, all right.
Come on.
Lizard man.
Oh my god, never mind.
Is that a natural one?
Yep.
Pretty sure they come furred anyway. They're definitely mammals. It's a misnomer. They're called lizardmen. That's not it. It might be fish. You're not sure.
Fish are weird.
All right. So, all right, you guys.
And one more
Got
shot. I think it's a werewolf.
Okay.
The history sucks. I'm not even gonna try.
You're pretty sure werewolves a misnomer too, and actually those are lizards. So you guys are.
Okay.
I've heard of a warehouse. I mean, those turn into something.
They turn
right?
into a house. My goodness.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
So are we going to the woods?
Yeah, let's go into the woods.
Well, first, I feel like we need to go check on Z first.
We can just
But
go down the path
what
a little
if
ways.
going this way brings us to closer to the cave?
Yeah, they're in opposite directions, right?
So you guys took the eastern path. Brooke is on the north. You are, and then it's to the left. So 5 houses. So you, in order to go towards the, let's see here.
Can I get you to
The north
show
side.
us what's going on with dice or something? Because
Yeah.
directionally, I'm
Let me see if I got this right. Yeah, you're good. I'll just tell you, like, you know which way you can go. It's going in the north side is the side with the coast.
Okay.
So it's kind of in a. Okay, I will show you. It's
Okay, so
probably a lot easier.
if we are towards the east,
Because it's a little confusing because of just the.
Yeah.
All right. So we have, north. east, right? All right. So we have, you know, the castle. Right, and then there's the town. Coastline. The coastline kind of wraps around. And it goes into a cove. And way up north is the Midori Kage clan. But that's like way off the map. So you guys, Brook, goes like this. So you guys would go here, and then the cave, maybe somewhere over here, somewhere in there.
I thought it was to the north of the.
And where are the woods?
This is north. The woods.
Yeah, he's to the north of the brook.
That is north.
Well, so the brook is like this, so the north, when you guys are talking about it, it would be like this, right? So he would be like somewhere in there. It's like northwest. Right. So that's kind of how it is. And then what you guys did is you guys traveled in and, you know,
So we're
bamboo
way over
forests
here.
and whatnot with the big, you know, scary ogres.
So this is the forest that she was pointing to?
This is, yeah. And then the fields, pretty close in, but, you know.
So we are here.
So like rice paddies, fields, whatever. You guys are not there. That's where the ogres are way off that way.
Okay.
Just abandoned.
This is, yeah.
Okay.
You know, and all basically around the base of this castle, which is elevated, kind of thing. If that makes sense.
Roll to choose which way we go.
And then you guys are, you know, this is just representing a series of houses, right? And so you'd be
So-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Okay. Alright, so I say we go find Z first.
Clear as mud.
Clear as mud. On
So
a
do we
rainy
go?
day.
So you guys would be going, so she is like here, pointed out over the fields, actually technically, possibly across the brook and then into
So-
the forest.
My only issue with going to find Z first is if he's found a cave, he has shelter.
You're
And
right.
the whatever attacked has done it within the last 24 hours, supposedly, because it happened on a Saturday.
Yeah.
It is Saturday. So if we backtrack, it's kind of like we have to spend all the time to get all the way down there and to get back.
Okay.
And especially if his little dot is a mile up from the coast, that's going to take a while to get to him and get back.
Okay. We'll go to the forest then.
Alright, go to the forest.
Plus, if he's the one doing stuff, he may have sent us on a wild goose chase with the note.
Okay, could have.
It's into the woods.
But I mean, he doesn't know what we know.
He's a goblin wolf this way, isn't he?
So you
Goblin
do
dolls.
see a couple of goblins coming towards you that have like hoes and a couple other things that clearly are farmers, all male, and they seem to be kind of scurry running towards you guys, and then they kind of stop and are a little like taken aback with you guys being there outside of the house, but then they're looking at the lady.
This is
What happened to Cell's son and his wife? One of them says.
what's the name?
Sell
What?
his wife.
Who are you?
Cell?
All right.
Shows
So,
hand.
show
What
your
is
ring.
happening? And then as soon as you do that, they all bow.
Like that. I need to get that one for real life.
We're investigating.
We're investigating.
Are
I
there,
can't tell.
What happened? One of them says.
I wouldn't try to scare
While
him.
he's still bowing.
I'm saying this to you because I
So
don't
we
know if
just
we need to
tell
translate
him.
it. Are there any creatures around here that like live in the forest that they know about?
Yeah. Is there any Any creatures that live in the forest?
Who are you asking? The farmers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a chupacabra or anything?
The one that's talking to you seems really confused. Wolves? Bears? Mostly wolves.
What color are they?
Gray?
You don't think they could be lizards wearing a fur jacket, do you? You seen any of those running around?
Seems really confused. Please forgive what has happened to the cell.
To Sal?
Maybe a wolf got him, one of the other ones says. They don't come near town. We've killed enough of their kind, they know not to come close to us.
Oh boy.
We are investigating Cell's disappearance. I'm gonna say it like that instead of
good
Well,
word.
she
'cause we don't
says
know.
that she saw him being eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do we want to scare everybody? Because the kingdom didn't want people to freak
there you
out.
go. Yeah, you're right. But they kind of seem to already know, too.
Well, they have suspicions.
We can't
but
tell
they don't
them
know.
nothing.
They see strangers out there, they see the wife sitting out in the rain and not going back into her house and pointing ominously out towards that she's still just stuck pointing. And a guard standing there that isn't normally standing in front of this individual house.
Oh no, did we not get her into that?
She is not going into the house on her own accord, she's just pointing.
Okay, that's fair actually. I would like to ask if they know about any of the other disappearances that have happened, because we know it's happened 3 other times.
Someone else has disappeared? One of the ones in the back says.
I would like to word it as, do you know if anyone else has disappeared? Not, do you know who
Cell
else
must
has...
be disappeared. The
I
guy
mean, that's
says.
better than what the last one was.
Well, they're pretty sure that they've been murdered.
Why do you
We don't
think
know.
that?
They have no reason to run away. Their lives are here. Besides, if they run away, they could be seen as treason and their whole family put to death.
That's good information.
I have some questions about those heads now.
Give me perception checks.
Oh my god.
No.
Well.
Okay. No.
16.
All right. Well, they're still sitting there bowing. One of them, they're kind of looking at each other and then sort of trying to use like the peripheral vision to see what the hell you're doing. But they see your feet are still there.
Yeah, just turn and walk away.
Have you seen anything run through these forests here in the last day?
Or have
No.
you noticed any of your crops that look like something has ran through it that is bigger than y'all?
Trampled.
No.
Okay. I don't think they know anything. So we should just go to the woods and look.
Yep, let's go to the woods and look.
Okay.
Can y'all see in the dark?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
I think so.
60 spaces.
Me too.
You cannot. I don't think
I
the
cannot.
halflings have dark vision.
I don't know.
You wanna hop on my
Probably
back?
not. Sure.
I have it written under the
Features and
features and traits. If it's there.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, they're just human eyesight. Okay, regular human. So give me a survival check. And if you wish to aid someone, you can aid someone.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Nice.
8.
So because it's loose soil, it's relatively easy. But you, in particular, go out and see, indeed, very large clawed footprints that you can give me a nature check.
Of course. 7.
Yeah, you're not sure what they are. If they're wolf, they're like dire wolf size.
I would like
It's
to
not a
point
small
them
wolf.
out to the ranger.
Yeah. You get a reroll then, and you can see.
Alright. This is for survival, you said?
Yeah, and you can get advantage on that. On this.
It's cows
You
wearing
can roll
galoshes.
twice. Since she's pointing it out to you.
Ooh, 14 and a 2.
Okay.
Take the 14.
You see it. I mean, and there's a number of them, and they're going straight beeline right for the forest line, through the crops in this particular field.
Okay, I see some tracks.
Okay, let's go.
And you can give me a nature check as well. Now that you get to see a full track, very good footprint, and it seems like it's a heavy creature.
17.
20.
So it is not. You're pretty sure it's not a wolf. It's not any kind of lizard that you've ever seen.
Oh, now that's clear.
I can just see him wearing his.
You have no
pep
idea.
jacket.
It does not appear to be a bear, but it's about the size of a bear. So you would say dire wolf, but again, it's about the size of a dire wolf, but not. It's not a dire wolf. You can tell based on the print. It's too spread out. It's not close in enough that the relatively small profile of a dire wolf would be for its size.
It's
So.
it's a liger.
Yeah, you're pretty sure with your roll, it's not a big cat. You don't think it's anything natural, as a matter of fact. Nothing that matches with what you can see.
It's not natural.
So
That you're aware of, unless it's something completely new. I mean, you are on a new island that you are unfamiliar with, but you have never in your studies
Maybe
or
you
research
can
that
get things
have been able to tell what it is.
Necromancy.
We got a chimera right now.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not a dragon because we have seen those and he would know that.
You have no idea if it's a dragon or not. That would be Arcana. So you could give me an Arcana check. Disadvantage because you haven't tracked one before.
Yeah.
But we have seen one.
Doesn't matter. You haven't tracked it. It's looking at the tracks, and you can 11, and then one more roll.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so 11 is your lowest, so that's not terrible.
Well, it's 12 actually.
Ah, okay. You don't know. You don't know. It's not. The claws seem a little too sharp, and thin to be a dragon. You think, but with that roll, it's hard to tell. You're not convinced it's a dragon, but it also could be a different variant of dragon, some other kind of dragon you're just not familiar. You know, there's a huge amount of types of dragons, so and you seem to be dealing with some sort of yellow or topaz dragon and then a bronze dragon. You're pretty sure it's not a bronze dragon. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I'll say you can pretty much tell.
That's the
it's not
one
bronze.
we saved, right?
Yeah,
It's
supposedly
not
the good one.
The Fukai.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Ryukai. is the evil
Yeah,
one.
Jihi Fukai is the good one, the bronze one. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Y'all want to do some hunting?
All right. So you are on, and you guys can try again and follow the tracks for the next set. So you guys basically go up to the side. It's pretty ominous, the forest. There are no birds chirping or anything. The rain is steadily falling down and hitting the leaves as it comes down to the ground. Behind you are the sounds of the city, of the village. Smith banging away, but ahead of you is just this quiet, dark forest. So give me another survival check.
18.
I can never tell which one
Is it a roll of an 18 or a total of an 18?
Total of 18.
Also, a total of 18.
19.
Okay. The paw prints are harder because this is not soft tilled earth now. It's kind of a little bit more compacted, but there are still some signs that you can use, broken twigs and stuff like that as you further. So you are able to track where it appears to go. And so as you're going, it seems to go in and then it makes an abrupt turn. So you kind of follow it around. And yeah, you can give me another check as it's coming into kind of a more sort of hilly side as it's getting ready to go towards mountains. It's still forested though.
What are we rolling?
Survival check.
21.
So this is going to be pretty hard.
16, 21.
Okay. So with your natural 20, and then what is that total?
Survival?
Yes.
Just survival is +3, so 23.
Okay. So you are able to keep on it, even though it's compacted and it's going up into more of a hilly surface. There's less. The forest doesn't get quite as dense and stuffy here, but it's still in patches and around. And as you guys are going, it looks like it doubles back on itself and tries to use some of the foliage to sort of confuse the situation. It may have even been walking backwards at a point, but you are onto it, and you are pretty sure that there is a stand of trees up ahead that butt up against a steep incline on the side of this hill, and you're pretty sure that it could be a cave or it's hiding in this stand of trees.
Ooh.
One of the two.
Okay.
Can we use stealth to approach it?
Can
Yes.
you use stealth to check it out?
I sure can.
Give me another perception check, please.
$15.
Mm, 16.
21.
21?
Rolled a 3, 19, 21.
Net 1.
Ooh. All right.
He fell down.
So
I
he
was
like,
also impressed with my last look.
Yeah.
I missed it.
he like shakes you. He's like, hey, no, you got to look over here. Or no, just kidding. Negates your 20. No, he doesn't. Okay, so with your 20, and you're the only one that spots it. 21, no, 20 or over.
Okay.
So with your 21, you are able to spot that you have a tail. It looks like a unmounted Saito is behind you and coming and keeping his distance but watching you.
What?
Saito.
Saito.
Oh, Saito.
So he's not on his elk.
He's not on his elk. He is behind you guys a couple hundred feet.
I would like to quietly let everyone else know that while not making it obvious that I know he's back there.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are standing before. If you are going to proceed forward, you have to tell me whether you're doing so quietly or whether you're just going to go ahead and approach it rapidly. And then we're going to have to do rolls. So what, or not, or you go engage with Saito and you go away from the situation. So it's sort of up to you how you guys wish to proceed.
I would like
You
to
are
do
aware of him.
stealth.
You see him. You guys. I mean, unless you really look, but you'll have to like look where she's saying, you know, he is, and that might give away that you are going to spot him if you do.
Right.
So it's up to you how you wish to proceed. So
I would like to proceed towards
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
the
like
wooded area.
to stealth proceed towards the wooded area.
Yeah.
Just with us aware of him so he can't like sneak attack us.
Yeah, he's got good stealth.
okay, but you roll individually for stealth just to warn you. If you go,
Okay.
but you can have one person or two people go, and then the other two people hang back.
Right.
It's,
Yeah, let's
So
do
these two go.
okay, it's about 100 feet ahead of you. 120 feet ahead of you is the start of this stand of trees, and the stand of trees is probably about 50 feet in sort of diameter.
Okay.
It's much
Alright.
denser than the rest.
Hold
So
on.
since we
Hold
know
on.
what's his face is coming.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I don't want y'all to do anything until I
Okay.
look at a few things.
So since what's his face is coming, we'll hang
Saito.
back. Yeah, Saito, we'll hang back, and I'm gonna just draw my scimitar just to be ready for anything.
So are you going to look towards the stand of trees, or are you going to look towards Saito?
I'm going
Which
to.
direction? Or are you going to back up to face both? I don't know. How you want
So yeah, I
proceed
wanna
forward.
move to the side so I can keep an eye on both.
Okay.
Kinda
But
like
you
put your
said-
back against the
She
trees.
starts moving
Yeah.
off, kind of perpendicular to the line between
She-
Saito and So there's like a line between. Imagine a line between Saito and the strand of trees, and you guys were in the middle of those, and then she's moving off to the side,
Okay.
and then sort of turning around and kind of facing. So
And
that's
you
what
said-
she starts doing.
You said there's a tail or something, or Saito? This is all
Saito's just by himself. See, well, that's the only one. She only saw him briefly, but definitively. I mean, you absolutely know he's there. It's just, he couldn't hide good enough from you, but he had hid good enough from you guys. And as far as he's just kind of like watching you from a distance. He's not moving on you, not doing anything as far as you can tell right now.
I really don't want them to get further than 60 feet ahead of me.
Okay.
Who?
Whoever's approaching, or going.
Nobody's approaching the cave yet. Yeah? Or the strand of trees.
Right.
Presumably
Oh, we're not?
with the cave.
What?
So, like, I'm still like right there where you're at. I'm just backing up the tree line so that I can keep my eyes on everything.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What y'all doing?
Oh, I thought we were moving stealthily.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah, I
you
thought
doing?
So you two are moving stealthily towards?
Yeah.
All right, give me stealth checks.
And
Y'all can
I'm
move
hanging back. I guess.
forward with us, just maybe not as far. Oh no.
15.
What is that?
15.
9.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you approach. You're pretty sure you're stepping on every stick that you can. Not quite. It's not that bad, but it is. You definitely you can tell. You're like, oh my god, dude, you need to like keep away from me.
I'm literally a Lightfoot halfling.
She is. Yeah. Not so. You're getting too much into being the ogre. You're trying to channel the inner ogre, and it has been disastrous for your stealthing, as would be if you were an ogre. So you guys definitely approach, though, and you guys get closer and closer to this ominous stand of trees. Again, not a single sound of a bird, nothing other than just the patter of rain on you and above you, and the growing sound of wind in the air. So you guys approach, and give me another stealth check, please.
17.
17.
19.
Oh, good job, boo-boo.
I've got a +5.
All right, so now they are 60 feet ahead of you. Just to let you know.
60 feet. Okay.
And she's off to the side. Did you go with her, or did you stay in your position and watch both?
I kind of stayed in my position.
Okay, so you're probably about 60 feet away from her too, or 30 feet away.
Okay.
Or at your call. I mean, however, probably 60 feet if you wanted to get a good look and potentially just sort of keep a side eye on Saito.
Okay.
So everybody's in sort of this triangle, right? So again with that line, so you're here in the middle, and then there's a stand of trees there, basically right up to or getting near that stand of trees, and then she's off to the side here, looking that way, and then Saito would be
Okay.
down. You don't see any movement or anything. Actually,
Yeah, I am kind of looking for stuff.
yeah, you didn't see him or any other movement. But you two can give me perception checks.
Me and her?
Just these two.
Okay.
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
20.
All right. Yeah, you see nothing out of the ordinary beyond what you already saw.
Okay. It's clear.
All right. Another stealth check, please. Are you moving forward now that they're continuing to move forward, or are you going to stay where you are?
So I can.
You
move
can do whatever you
them?
want. Yeah,
Okay.
but they're continuing on, and they're about to reach the side of the forest line.
So I am
That's
going to
the trees.
move a little closer toward them, not too far, because I still want to be back far enough to where if I see Saito, I can
Okay.
intercept
Give
him.
me a stealth check then. If you're moving forward, you gotta move. Get a stealth check for me.
21.
21. Okay.
I have a 14 stealth.
All right.
If I just want to,
You found another group of twigs, and you decide to just jump in this one.
Listen, I'm like, oh my god,
You're
this looks
I
like
just
the
have
perfect
to
thing
do
to
it. They're
just
like, no, stop. She's like, I can't help it. So yeah, you jump in and snap. Just kidding. But you do make a lot more noise than you'd wish to make, and you know it now, and you certainly know it again. Again.
At some point, you're just gonna pick me up and be like, no,
Just shake her.
It would be quieter if I just carried her.
Okay.
so how far away are they from me? Like
So they're now like they're
90.
like 90 feet.
All right, I need to move up 30.
Okay. Gonna move up 30. Give me your check as well. That is a unfortunate roll as well. So you're pretty sure, and you're like, why are you guys getting away from me too far ahead? And he like literally like calls out, and he's like, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Oh, don't get that far ahead.
And you guys can give me another perception check.
No.
Oh.
21, because all of my perception is fine, but my stuff is
All right. So let's get you guys here on the map. So we'll start like right around here with you guys. Let's actually put you like here. The two that are up. Just the two. I'll show where you are. Okay. And so as you're kind of looking up with your 21, you're like watching intently.
Yeah, where am I? Like right in here? Or?
You would be like you're like towards me by 90 feet.
Wait,
So you're gonna have to like run.
Well, I moved up.
sides.
You did. So and you moved up 30 feet. So you're actually 60 feet away. And
So where
you
would
are
that put me?
you are about you're probably about 30 by 60. So you're like, oh man, like I will just say you're like
That's 100.
45 feet away.
That's 100 feet. Is that good? Or
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Yeah, you're more than 45. Okay.
That's more than 45?
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good there.
So I guess we're facing this way.
All right, guys, it's about to get
So you
real.
see two beady green eyes peering at you as you're looking up, and it launches out at you, and it literally closes the distance immediately with you, with like just 2 bounds, all force, and you see basically this coming at you.
Was that for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So that's what you see. So
Were you able to see it?
No.
Hey, he could.
you're like looking up, and all you're seeing is this like gray fur thing that maybe kind of, and you'll see it more as it comes in. So
Oh, but you have.
Do I have time to change into my wild check?
not yet. Well, you can in your turn. It's a surprise round. It is going to run here, and after its gallop, you see what appears to be some like blood around its mouth, some darkened brown blood still stain on there, and it will attack you.
Oh, crap.
So it will do a bite and 1 claw.
Can't
Did you
move or
have it
take
at the wrong
action.
spot then?
Huh?
You have it at the wrong spot then.
Why?
If it's attacking me.
No, attacking.
Oh, okay. All right. You were looking at me, so I'm sorry.
I know, sorry. No, you're good. You're good. It keeps falling out, so it's like, it's just like it bobs if I don't put it in here. You piece of shit. Okay. We'll just deal with it with bobbing a little. It's kind of annoying.
Oh, you're
Oh,
left foot.
sorry.
That's okay. All right. So the bite.
Saito on the board?
He's way off the board.
Okay.
So its bite does hit you. with, I believe, a 26 does hit you.
Yes.
This horrible creature attacks, and you can give me an Arcana check if you wish.
11.
You have no idea what this thing is. So, it's 13 points of damage to you.
All right.
As it bites into you, shakes you a little bit, and that is that. So let's get initiatives for everybody.
6. Sorry, 9.
What was your character's name?
20.
Rose.
Sorry.
Cylindria. And your character was...
Samel.
Was there any addition to initiative, or it's just
You've got +3. It's in the middle here.
Oh, thank you. Different spot.
Okay.
So I got,
Alright, did anyone beat a 13?
yes,
Okay.
20.
You got a 20?
21
Okay.
for Samel.
12.
12.
9.
Alright, sweet. Alright, so first thing first is Samel. You get
Cleric
to
should always
return
go
fire.
If I'm surprised, though, can I take an action?
You are no longer surprised now.
Okay.
It is a full round. It was the surprise was it coming out and being able to attack you.
Okay.
So it no longer has the surprise.
Gotcha. Well, since I'm right up on it, I guess I'll do my double attack.
Okay.
So, scimitar. I gotta roll for the first one.
Yeah.
Alright, 18.
That is a hit. Is that total 18?
Wait, 18 plus.
So roll the 18, yes. You gotta add your attack bonus.
Okay, 18 plus 6.
Okay. That's a hit. Do your damage.
Oh,
I don't want to use
D6.
my weapon for. I've never used a weapon. I've always changed it.
And you do notice that it does have what appears to be a stab wound on its neck, and it has this black ichor stain around the fur on its neck. So it is damaged, so you do get your Titan Slayer
Oh, okay.
as well,
Girl,
because
hit it
it's
with
not
the
100%.
What's that?
My Colossus Slayer, so if targets below max HP, I get to add D8 damage.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so D6. So 3 plus 4.
7.
7, and then I get the D8. Damn, I'll never remember which one it is.
That one.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, that's not good. Come on.
12.
I hate that. You get a stand for
Wait.
this.
It was 7 plus his D8 is 4.
That's 11.
Alright,
Oh, it is 11.
just do that.
Thank you.
Alright, how much damage?
11.
11?
Yes.
Okay.
Then my second.
The offhand attack?
Yep. 10 plus 5, 15.
Miss.
Okay.
Okay. Cylindria.
All right, so I've never used my weapon, my scimitar before, so I'm going to use it this time.
So you have to take a double move in order to get up there, I think, right? Because you're
you're
pretty far.
you're like 100 feet away, or you're
Yeah.
you're like 70 feet away. So you can
Okay.
do a double move. What's your movement? 35?
40.
40? So you can get right up to it. So you can get in there, but you can't attack this round.
I
So
would,
go ahead and
I
put yourself
would like
wherever
to let
you'd
you know,
like to be.
though, that you do have a short bow. So since you have a ranged weapon, you could still go halfway and still attack.
Okay.
You would just have to use a ranged weapon instead of.
Okay. All right, so I do that.
So you're gonna attack from your short bow, or are you gonna do
I'm
one
gonna-
movement up?
I'm going to move up halfway.
So you're gonna be 30 feet away from it then.
All right.
So just count out 30, and then you can put yourself wherever you want to put yourself.
Okay. These are 5, right?
Yes, each one's
Okay.
5.
All right, okay.
Okay.
All right, so my short bow. Okay. Oh, please. 20.
Hit.
2.
Should be a D6 plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh.
Why is there 2D6?
Yep. Is it? No, that's just.
No, it's D6 plus 2. Sorry, I thought you said
Yeah.
2D6.
I might have, but
You're good.
You're
a
fine.
little dyslexic with numbers.
Do 4 damage.
So
yeah.
4.
Okay.
And my dexterity, you were asking 6.
Okay. All right. It's its turn. Looking at all of you, it has this horrifying growl that just shakes its whole body as it's looking to destroy you utterly. It will maintain its attacks on you to try and bring you down. So first one, the bite does hit. So 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 5, 17 points of damage. And it does its claw attack. So as you're coming and you shoot it, it seems to be very divided on who it's going to attack, and it has too many targets, so it seems to swipe and gets its claws stuck in like a rock that's in the side, and then it kind of wrenches, so it's going to lose its claw attack next round.
Yes. Nice.
Robert.
I am how far? 100 feet?
So it was, there are 90, you remove 30 up, so you're 60 feet away from it.
I'm 60 feet
From them.
from
Towards
them.
me. Yeah, so you're like towards me.
60 feet from where she was?
Okay.
Huh?
60 feet from where she
From this
was?
combat.
Oh, okay.
I am
60 feet away.
going to try something a little funny here.
Okay.
I am I'm going to twin a spell, Shield of Faith, and give these two people
Okay. What's the range on Shield of Faith?
60,
Okay.
and that will give them +2 to their AC.
+2 for what?
Are
What's
you
the
gonna
duration?
Are you gonna move up
AC?
some? Or stay where you're at?
Armor class?
Well,
It's
you're
up where
already
you got an
60,
18.
so you should be a little bit behind me.
Okay.
What's the duration?
Duration is 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Is it a
Concentration, yes.
So that's interesting because you can only have one concentration spell at a time, but you're twinning it.
I'm 20.
So I don't think you can do that. I think you can, because you can't
Just-
concentrate on both.
Okay. Then
Give it to him. 'cause
Then
he's the
I'll
one that's
just-
been hit.
I'll just give it to him.
Okay. So you have Shield of Faith, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will also use my voice of authority to ask him who I gave the shield to attack.
Okay. So go ahead.
Is that a bonus attack?
What's the range on that?
What is the range on that?
Is it Voice of Authority?
Mm-hmm. To cast spell within one spell slot higher, an ally and use direction immediately after the spell to make one weapon attack against a creature of your choice that you can see.
So you can cast a spell with a spell. So higher, targeting an ally with a spell. That ally
Can you
can
reload?
use their reaction immediately
I
after
know
the
what you
spell
said.
I
to make one
cannot,
weapon
just for
attack
future
against a creature you
reference.
can see. Okay. So you can make an attack.
Single attack or still like double-handed?
You just one attack.
On it all
Single
yet.
attack.
Okay, alright, tell me
Go,
what.
go
I
back.
have to be sorry.
18.
Okay. 18 hits.
Alright. Let's see. D6.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Thank you. 4 plus 2. 6.
6. Okay. Sounds good. Alright, Rose.
Okay. I'm going to go for my rapier that has a +1, and I'm also going to use sneak attack.
Yep.
Well, if I hit it.
Sure.
Ooh,
Well, one of your weapons is magic,
Yes.
and your weapon's magic.
24. Yes.
Hit.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Is it 2d6? I can't tell if this says 2d6 plus 6.
Plus 2d6 damage. What do you use? Sneak attack? Yeah, you
Or is it
just
just 2d6? Okay.
2d6
so,
plus your weapon damage.
D8. D8 plus 4, and then 2d6. 15.
Okay. All right. For his part, let's see here. We're gonna have he's gonna move up and then move up again. So he is now 90 feet away from you guys.
Okay. He needs to
Saito.
come. He's come help us.
Saito is on his way.
I can't use Assassinate 2, can I? If target hasn't acted, he's already acted. Okay.
Okay, Samuel, keep going.
I am gonna take. I think this was from the last one though. +1 potion. So we don't have any potions now, do we?
I still have 3
I
healing
have
potions.
2.
You might have a healing potion. I'll say you do. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Quaffle potion.
take my healing potion. Yeah, because
2d4 plus 2. The little pyramid looking one.
2d4.
Yep. 4, 6. 6 damage healed.
So we've hit it for 6 and then for 15, and then he used a quotient,
Cylindria.
and it's your turn.
Okay, alright. So what's its damage at?
You have no idea, but it does look damaged.
Okay.
I could try talking to it. Like, what's your problem?
I will say that his offhand weapon and your bow did not do as much damage as you were hoping it would do.
Alright, so I'm gonna wild shape
Okay.
into my lion.
Your lion. You're gonna charge.
Yes.
Okay. So go for it. You can make your attack.
Are you running the
14.
Yeah, which one's
So
your...
do I guess it did the 4?
hit dice 4? What? What are you using bite or are you using?
She's charging. There is a charge action.
Oh,
that
there
it
is a
has. It has it. It gets a bite, and I think if it hits, it gets to see if it. Here, it's on the card. Let me take a look at the card real quick.
If you move 20 feet in straight line and attack +5, d6 +3 plus DC 13 strength.
Yep, to see if it's grappled.
Yeah.
Alright,
Plus
so
the bite is the bonus.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
4.
Okay, 4 plus. What's the damage there?
It's d6 +3, so 7.
So 7. Okay. And then I make a what check? What does it say?
Strength.
Strength?
DC 13 strength.
Okay. No. So you like charge up on it and grab it and get it like in your mouth and hold it down, and then I think you get a bite as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna do another attack roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Yikes.
What is that?
7.
That's a miss.
Wow.
That's a miss.
Okay.
All right.
So is he just in my mouth now?
Yeah, but your bite did not do as much damage as you were hoping. It's like a really hard. You're not sure if it's like a plate underneath the skin or what, but it's definitely something that's absorbing that damage.
Is he?
And it looks at you with hate.
Is it grappled?
It is, but it's gonna start working on her.
Well, is it grappled or is it prone? Because this says DC 13 strength or
To-
fall prone.
Oh, prone? Okay, so it's not grappled. So it'll use half of its movement to get up, so it's still at, it will hit you twice, I think. What's the, so plus 5, 21? I'm assuming, yeah, because you have a 12 armor class.
Yep.
So 3,
Wait, my armor
3
class?
plus 5 is 13
Oh.
points of damage on the bite, and then its claw does another 7, so that is 20 points of damage total.
Okay.
That goes off the lion form. The
Yeah,
lion
so,
form
so you have
first.
6 points for your lion.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right,
I'm gonna write
Robert.
this down here.
Okay.
You want a piece of paper?
Hey, what's your armor class right now?
18 plus 2 with your
20.
yeah.
And what's your how many hit points do you have?
I have 8. Old dude broke me up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam.
yeah, he has a lion now to focus his
So,
fire. He was gonna just go to you until you took you down and then take you down. He seems pretty intelligent, but you came into the thing and tripped him.
I'm
Seems
going
like a
to
giant lion in his
cast
face.
Guiding Bolt
Okay.
as a second level spell.
Okay.
So far, Mitch, that our magic weapons have done better. against-
15.
15.
Yeah.
Miss.
Damn it. That's a good waste of a spell slot.
Are you moving? Are you doing anything else?
I'm gonna move a little closer.
Okay. Rose.
Okay. Rapier attack.
All right.
No.
Is that a 1?
Says no.
Of course not. I'm
Okay.
lucky.
Okay. Let me know if it's. Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
That's good. Okay. So, are you doing anything else as part of your action? Or is that it?
I don't think there's anything else that I can do. 'Cause I
Okay.
don't
All of
wanna
you guys give me
move.
perception checks.
Perception.
Yes.
18.
9. Lame.
We got an 18 or higher. So you got 1.
Oh, damn.
Just
But
so as you're looking up the hill, cresting the hill and going silently but in a very long line, you see small reptilian creatures, bipedal in nature, coming through with various spears as they're slowly coming down and watching. They look to be about maybe 60 feet away from you guys. So they're starting to come through the very beginning of that stand of force. And they seem like they're sweeping down. You're not sure how many, but there's at least 20.
Okay, so I'm not sure I'm even stealthy about that. I'd yell that everyone knows that they're there.
Okay.
Great. What if this thing is their
Then we need to kill it.
weapon, right? Yeah.
Okay. And then Saito's going to move up for another, let's see here, he's going to move up another 60, so he is 30 feet away from you guys. So let's see here. Let's see, he's like,
That's Saito?
that's
Yep.
Saito.
Okay.
So he's running up, he has both his swords drawn, and he's kind of running up towards you guys. And then you yell that, and he kind of looks up, and he seems to be more focused now on the advancing army that's coming towards you. Okay, Samel.
Ooh. Man, do I attack or try to heal? I'm gonna go for an attack.
Okay.
Alright. First magic scimitar. Oh my goodness. 1 plus 6 equals 7. So that's not a hit.
That's not going to do it. Did you roll a natural 1?
I did.
Okay, so I'm going to say that as you're attacking, you attack through, like deflect off of his carapace and throw the sword. Roll a D8 for me and roll a D4.
Shit, which was 8?
That's this guy. So that's direction, starting with towards that end. 5. So it's Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's actually like right next to you. And then what did you roll on the D4? 3. So it's let's see here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. So it's like off the board. It'd be like, just move this back.
Okay.
So it's gonna be back here.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks. All right.
What is that?
That's his weapon.
That's my
So
weapon.
he literally
Oh.
throws it. All right, but you still have your other weapon.
19.
19 is a hit.
All right.
D6 plus 3, 7.
7.
Yep.
So okay, and then divide by half and round it down. Okay. So yeah, again, you feel like the scimitar just doesn't bite quite as much as you'd want it to. Cylindria.
Question.
Hmm.
As a lion, can I still cast?
No,
Okay, I didn't think so. All right, so
you have to shift back.
I am
Which again,
going to, huh?
you can shift back if you want to cast spells, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm going. What? What do you think?
Okay, so you have 6 hit points left as a lion.
That's true.
Once he hits you in your human form, there's no. You wake
Absorbing.
up in another form.
Right.
So finish out what you got in your lion form,
That's what I'm doing.
and then you'll roll back
Oh,
to your
I know you were talking about shifting. I just wanted to. Okay, go for it.
So attacking with your bite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. +5. That's 22, right?
To
Yeah.
hit,
Yep.
definitely.
All
Your
right.
damage for your bite.
Okay.
Did
D8 or D6?
it's a D8? Did you
Is
roll
it?
this
Oh.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I
6.
thought
Yeah,
it was 6.
It's this one.
Oh, dang it.
No, the other one was a D6, but that was a D8.
Oh, 8.
12.
Oh,
11.
12.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay, 11. Half rounded down. 5. Okay. It is still damaged. And it seems to take a notice of the creatures advancing behind it and snarls even more. All right, it is its turn.
Maybe they're all
Um,
hunting
It's going to try and bite and claw. So bite for you. Misses. Claw. Does a 17 hit you?
No.
No? Then that all, I believe, hold on, let me make sure. I'm reading this right. Oh no, it's a 19.
I have a 18 plus 2 with a spell cast.
Oh, spell. So you are at 20. So it misses you because of the spell. So you feel the deflection, the spell gets that claw through it, and it just like absorbs it when it should have been going through and killing it and potentially knocking you down. It does not. Robert.
Live to fight another
I'm
day.
going to run up to your character,
Rose.
Rose,
Yeah, it.
and I'm going to cast Warding Bond.
Okay.
What?
Warding Bond, we split damage. So if you get hurt, you take 10 points of damage, you actually take 5 points of damage, I take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus you get +1 to your AC.
Oh, that's nifty.
Cool.
And since I buffed you, I can ask you to attack.
You are
Nice.
5 foot away from them, yeah. So you cannot attack. No, she is.
Oh no, I have already gone forward. When I threw that dice, it kind of
Oh,
jacked
she?
it up.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've already.
Got you. I was like, I didn't remember getting attack on you. Okay. So go for it.
Okay. Just that's 19 plus 1 plus 6. So
Hit.
Is that a sneak attack too?
Mm-hmm.
yes. Well, that's not great. 6.
Nice. Snake eyes.
6 damage. Okay.
You try.
Plus 4.
Okay.
So 10.
Plus 100.
Yeah.
Plus 100. Plus 5 more. That's 3. Alright,
And 2 for me.
yeah. 1 for good luck. Rose, it's your go again.
Oh, okay. Same thing. That's a nat 1.
Oh,
Alright, so you get to roll again though, because you're lucky.
Oh,
You're right.
good call.
That's a nat 20.
That's so funny. That's a hell of a swing. Wow.
Pendulum.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, what? All right, let's see what that damage is. Double the dice.
Oh,
Let's see how this goes.
You need something here. What you
I
need?
need a D8.
so it's 4d6 plus 2d8.
That
one. Yep. Oh my god. Okay, we got. That's 10. That's another 10. We got 25 plus 8. So
That's-
33.
How do you do it?
All right.
She's like the finisher.
I know.
You guys put the damage on. She's like the finisher.
Who's the last person he attacked? He tried to attack you
Yeah.
while he's
And that's his magic shield, like was holding its
Yeah.
its claws back.
while he's looking at him. I just want to drive my rapier into the side of his neck.
Okay. So as you're doing that, explosion of this dark ichor comes over all of you, and well, particularly you two, not on you. But as that happens, it gets this like wicked sounding, horrifying sounding roar that's like half roar, half gurgle. As it steps back, you see it start shifting. Its whole form goes right down into a goblin form, and it is the farmer Rook. And then shifts back to this thing, shifts back to Rook, shifts back to this thing, and then shifts into a little ball that basically crushes and all the bones pop. It's this nasty ichor ball of fur and carapace falls down to the ground, and it is no more.
I don't know how to write that down, so I'm just gonna put he did.
I put
He dead is
monster,
good.
Monster
He's dead
is
is good.
Rook.
And as such, I will allow you each to give me intimidate checks on the advancing creatures that are coming towards you.
Because I'm
Because
covered
that's
in
pretty
blood and I just killed him. Can I get advantage?
No.
Damn.
I'm just giving it for free. That's the advantage.
22.
So you're just like this like lion head like goes over and looks, and you see all these advancing creatures. They're not bigger than goblins. They're very frail, very thin looking. If you give me history, actually we'll say arcana checks or history. I'll allow you to do either or to determine what they are. How much?
22.
Okay.
History or what?
Or arcana. It's up to you.
7.
Technically, probably arcana.
9.
I mean,
All right, so you are sure that these are a form of kobold, and actually, you guys had a kobold in your group when Todd was in. So that was the other guy that came
Schnooks.
that had So he was actually a kobold. It's the same race, but these are all different, and they're wearing very different armors and everything, and they all appear to be a part of the same force. Yes.
do we know if they're wearing the colors of the Tokage? Like from the pictures in the palace?
So Tokage have not been pictured in the palace. All the pictures in the palace are mostly surrounding either wolves, bears, in the kind of outskirts, but in the inner sanctum and the actual castle, most of them depict the battles that they had in numerous different settings with the giants.
Okay.
So they do all have a very similar kind of. These ones have what appears to be a leatherish armor. And then they have what appears to be 3 slash marks of yellow paint that are going across their chests, all of them. And as they're approaching you guys, and you guys look and kind of roar, and you see Saito comes up next to you, and he also like does this flourish with his blades, and he also gets in on the action for the intimidate. And because of that, you can tell the creatures are looking at each other, shaken, and about half of them run away. The other half are backing up and sort of looking at each other like, what do we do? You know, kind of thing, and they're talking to each other. In a strange language, do any of you speak Draconic?
Nope.
So it is a strange language that they're speaking to one another.
What does it take to learn a language?
So it is actually something you can do in downtime. So we can talk about that and have you guys learn some if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
We can talk. It's actually downtime is a really good topic to discuss.
Okay.
We're going to end there because we're pretty close to the 10 o'clock. We got about 14 minutes, and let's talk about that because we can do this sort of downtime thing and roll into another little discussion on that.
All right. So I changed back into my regular form.
You said half of them left. About how many of them were there?
There were 20, and so half of them fled like breakneck speed, like actually fled.
Okay.
So about 10 of them, maybe 9 of them are left, but they are like, they're not advancing, they're retreating slowly is what I meant to say.
Retreating slower.
Mm-hmm. They're doing a strategic retreat
Okay.
from the situation. It's like, what the hell was that? And who the hell are they? And why would we don't want to fight things we don't have to fight? Like, we're here to kill goblins.
I think I am only a folk hero because I'm the one that does the last hit one.
Isn't that like the 4th one you've done? It's been like the killing one. So
The finisher. That's what I'm gonna start calling you.
downtime.
I'm gonna just collect nicknames. I've got Kwaishi, I've got...
There's a bunch of activities that you guys can do. Research training, selling magic items, practicing a profession, work, crime, gambling, pit fighting. There's a whole bunch of things that you can just Google.
Pit
D&D.
fighting?
Yeah, you can pit fight for money usually, but it can have some bad stuff that happens. Training, learning spells, lifestyle expenses. You could do crafting, recuperating, building, crafting times, relaxation, hunting, etc., etc. So I think it's tool training in a skill, language, weapon, or tool. If your character is missing some proficiency that you think that they would be interested in, let me go to some D&D Beyond. And it took me to the discussion, which is kind of bullshit. Okay, here we go.
Training, skill, language, or what?
If your character is missing some proficiency you think that they would be interested in, a few months of downtime can be spent training with a suitable tutor. So you need a tutor and someone to train you. And so basically we would stop there. Yeah. So you can do that. I think I'd have to look up the rules on it, but
What
there
did
is
you
some
call it
downtime.
before? Something
Downtime. It's just downtime.
It's just downtime.
Yeah, it's called downtime. And there's all kinds of things you can do with it, and each of them has like a different amount of time it would take to do it. And so,
Is that in the standard player's handbook?
so it is what the DMG I think, and then they have extra ones in Sanithar's Guide to Everything I think. Let me see.
So, I know that we probably need somebody that speaks Draconic. I was actually going to see if I could study to speak Goblin so that more of us could understand where we're at.
It's fine. Well, now you know what they are, and he knows what they are. He knows they're kobolds. He knows they speak Draconic. They're a dragon language. They also venerate dragons as like gods, and they tend to be like usually they're pretty cowardly, but under the wrong circumstances, usually at the head of like with a dragon at the head of an army, for example, they can be a mass, and they are pretty crafty. They're known for doing traps. And being kind of a nuisance to a lot of dwarves with regards to mines. They like to have mines because of the precious metals. But yeah, they're normally pretty cowardly, and these ones ran away, so that's tracking. But something has organized them into a big enough field where they've apparently sacked a goblin stronghold. An entire clan is on the run.
So, I'm going to go ahead and make a note in here that while I want to do Goblin, I think Draconic would be more important. And I want to talk to Lady Kamori when we go to get our weapons to see if I can get a tutor for Draconic so that I can work on that.
Okay. So because of their interaction with
figure it'll work, but I was gonna
Fukai.
try anyway.
Fiji Fukai. They do have Draconic
Okay.
as a part of their languages that they can learn because
Oh, I wanna
he's
learn too.
venerated as a god for them almost. So a sort of this deity or angelic figure, really. Not quite a deity, but angelic, certainly. So they can do that. They can teach you also their form of goblin in the downtime. And so you guys will be able to escape with Saito. And the kobolds will make chase, but you guys are able to basically get back to safety and they don't follow too far at all.
They make chase even though they were retreating.
Some of them do, yeah. Like they regroup and then they start coming back towards you, but they're so far distanced that they're not able to catch you guys, and you're able to get back to the safety of the keep. That's it.
Oh,
Signing out.